I used my master key to get in here. Oop! Oh, it's the big... Oh! I know where I'm at! Son of a bitch! It's this guy! Going through the alley, gonna eat a lot of peaches. No! Stop it! I did that just to piss Striker off. She hates that song. Ah! No! It just happened! I didn't even get a chance.
Well, and I want to say too, because this segues really, really well into another point.
Shiraz.
Is that
Shiraz. He's just making you ignore him.
Here's the thing though. There are different reasons to tell stories.
Hi, Jerry Killer. Oh, ghost! I'm gonna clip that. I'm gonna clip that so hard. Oh my.
There's another voodoo doll and voodoo doll's shockingly.
I'm sorry.
Because if you whisper to yourself, then that's a ghost whisper.
Yeah, seriously, please don't whisper to us.
Temperature is
Yeah,
clear.
let's check her footprints.
Okay. Yeah, we'll probably want to head...
Flumps, wait! Meg, can you hear me? Flumps, did you see that? Oh my god. Alright, here we go, you guys. 300 death shot. Oh. I mean, I recall the last shot being like way more than I thought it was gonna be, so I figured this one had to at least be as much.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I was gonna put my Spotify on in the background.
I will put on some tunes for the stream. Hi guys out there in Twitch land.
Hello, we're totally
We're here.
There is no organization here.
Oh, Victoria! So nice to see you, darling. How are you? Thank you so much for that hydrate.
Victoria, hello.
I forgot my lipstick again, you guys. It is Friday night, and Meg and I were talking, and we decided to do a crafting stream, and we decided to invite Whoops, since Whoops been crafting with me lately. So
It was more that you guys were doing crafting streams, and I invited myself to the next one. But I appreciate.
Squigger! I trapped inside of the computer. I know, isn't it awful? How are you, Squiggy? How are you, Victoria? What's going on, yo? What is up in you guys' world? I hope things are going well for you. Please tell me while I apply my lipstick. How are you guys doing, Meg and
I tweeted
Woof?
about this and everything, so it's all
Oh,
good.
you are amazing.
Look, it's autopilot now. It just kind of happens. I'm doing pretty good. If I look a little bit different on camera, it's because I've actually stolen Ghost's camera for the overhead, and then my camera is the craft camera, which you'll see in a few minutes.
And it is amazing. You look great.
Well, thank you. As we established, I'm the thrown together one. This is just, I didn't
Stop
put
it.
on lipstick.
I don't even know what
my
to.
hair. I took a shower, I threw on comfortable clothing, and I showed up. And that was my preparation for tonight.
Look, I retweeted you.
You're doing it!
I did a thing.
You social media.
I social media. No complaints other than our condo board. So basically normal condo board. That's so crap.
If that's anything like the strata where we were living, I feel you. Lenny. I feel you.
Victoria played Divinity with
Vinyl?
Vinyl. Thank you. I was gonna say Striker, but clearly that's the wrong name.
I totally
Incorrect.
didn't spend my day editing a novel. I totally played Divinity with Victoria.
Right.
I
Oh my
spent
God.
a day
Guys.
finishing your novel.
Ooh.
Oh, you got to the end of that. So what did you, without
Stop.
spoilers, what did you think of the end of it?
Hurting me. Please.
I just want to take this opportunity to say.
no! That sucks,
Actually-
yo.
I just want to take this opportunity to say that Wolf gave me feedback on the novel. So he read the first 3 books in this trilogy and gave me feedback that it didn't feel like 2 of the characters had enough secret longing for each other. So I've really dialed it up to 11. Prepare to have your heartstrings ripped out.
Wonderful.
It's Wolf's fault.
Wonderful.
It's Wolf's fault.
Thank you, Wolf. Now I'll know to text you when it happened.
Everyone must
Yeah.
suffer with me.
Yeah, because I'm gonna send you that book. I'm gonna send you that book for the second round beta. Because remember, we said it was gonna be a really loose timeline.
Right,
and
right.
So yeah.
And I will get to start
reading.
reading soon if I can get my shit unpacked.
Yeah, no, it's totally fine. So yeah, remember, send your angry texts to itswoof@twitch.com.
That totally came through the wrong speaker, and I'm not sure why.
I heard that.
It came through my desktop speaker. Like,
Oh yeah.
0.
My
Although that's
Spotify-
much less scary than it being in my headphones.
My Spotify is currently playing Love Shack. That's a nice start.
Oh, nice.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
music. That's a thing. Let's see. What are we jiving out to tonight, chat? We have Soundstripe. If you look, I think there's a little widget there on the stream for the Soundstripe. Maybe I have to play something first. But it should show you what is going on in the music world on my stream. So
Are we gonna start the crafting?
Oh,
'Cause
yeah.
I'm really
Let's do
itching
the
to start
thing.
the crafting.
Let's
I
do
don't
the
know if
thing.
I can start before people can see it. I don't know what the protocol
You're
is.
allowed to craft. I mean, it's fine. I'll switch the
Okay.
screen.
People can't see it yet. Look, I'm doing a giant cross stitch.
These are our crafts, friends. I was gonna craft today, but I forgot that I don't have any crafts unpacked.
You're crafting.
So
You're
the
crafting.
story behind this stream is a couple nights ago I messaged Flutter and I was like, hey, now that you're back in the time zone that I'm in, do you want to just do Friday night streams again? And she was like, yeah. And I was like, if you want to keep doing cross streams with Wolf, I have a cross stitch to work on. And she was like, let's do it. And then tonight we were setting up the stream and she was like, by the way, I don't have any cross.
They're all still in boxes, you guys. It's this giant pile of boxes in the other room that is just impenetrable for now.
Move this somewhere where you guys can.
So
actually
I'm gonna
see
work
it.
on the Winds of Chaos overlays, and maybe I'll get them done this century at some point.
Look,
but
it's fine. Everyone understands.
let's see what Courtney...
Except for me, I don't
I
understand.
don't think I want to see. You don't understand?
He's
don't.
just being a butt.
I
Am.
know. Oh my god. What is this? Social streaming. What does that even mean? Okay, let's
I
try
may do
it.
this
that what
for a
we're
little
doing?
while, and when I get
Is
bored
that
of
what
it, I'll
this
do something
counts
else.
as? Let me
Why? Why is all my
shift
stuff
it
playing in that?
This way.
Output earphones. Why can I hear you guys? And okay, now it should work the correct way. I think I never switched my output, but apparently... There we go. Apparently, Discord already had these headphones set as the output, so it was working for you guys, and I didn't realize it never switched over my computer sounds. Guys, I'm a real genius sometimes.
If you guys can't see what I'm doing, let me know. I'm trying to adjust the camera accordingly.
It's fun holding it at an angle like that, isn't it?
It's not too bad. It's upside down. It's gonna be upside down for you fine folks, but too bad. It's gonna be upside down.
I was supposed to say Jam. So you were playing Divinity with Jam then. Fantastic. Thank you for dropping in, Zero. Always appreciate your lurking. Okay. I
Sometimes I have to hold it like this to get the spin out of the thread. Technical term there, to get the spin out of the thread.
So, I guess the screen won't move around as I do this, which is great because half the stuff I'm doing is like underneath my camera, but whatever. I'll just...
No, I totally put that in the wrong spot.
Maybe I just moved that. Hold
We've
on.
been doing this for 5 minutes and I've already messed up.
I mean, honestly,
Story of my life.
let's see if I'm just gonna move my cam to the other corner for now because I'm gonna be working on the other corner of this. So because I can't stand to be anywhere near you guys. It's not true.
I see how it is.
Okay.
She just wants to be special, you know?
That's
And
right.
it's fine, it's her
That's right.
stream.
That's right.
Ooh, we built the city on rock and roll, you guys.
Ooh, that's one of my favorites.
No.
Oh man.
Marconi plays the mamba, you know? Listen to the
Right.
radio.
Don't you remember? Where is my... I have nothing straight here. What is going on?
I mean, there's nothing.
Really? Okay.
Nothing should be straight, in my opinion, but I have weird opinions sometimes. So,
Well, just some things have to be straight because there's straight lines in the thing.
I guess.
Sorry, what if I stopped you from making the joke you wanted to make? Go
Uh,
ahead and
Ow.
make it now.
I don't know. I don't know what I
We
was.
should all be gay. We should all be gay. It's fine.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
I mean,
I know that's what you were gonna say.
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
I know you. I might sing randomly. Sorry, not sorry.
That's fine.
Don't you remember?
I feel like I.
Meanwhile, in chat, we have this chill vibes thing going on.
We built the city on beer and coal. It's true.
Ill
though.
vibes only.
Squiggy. My
Actually, that's
god.
I don't know how many more. I'm
Good
gonna do
old
2 more stitches
Scranton.
and then stop the strand. Other story of this stream, I did the most of this strand of cross stitch like a year ago, and I'm just now doing the last like 5 stitches.
Oh.
That's every craft project.
I had to move the I had to move the hoop, and it was too much effort.
And then move the poof.
The hoop,
Oh.
With that.
the
Well,
thing
that
I
sounds
did
fun.
pre-stream.
This one is weird. Let me do the rest before I do that one. All right. I'm just gonna start a new vine because clearly this is going places.
Not many people know, but this is like how me and Flutter spent like all of our high school days. Was
Oh, yeah. Like
listening
every day.
to music and crafting, like drawing, writing, whatever.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Always fun.
That was like our everything always. Well, can I make this do it?
Snow days, if we had a snow day from school, it was the best. You could get like a whole picture done.
Right. Sometimes we'd watch Sailor Moon.
Heck yeah.
Alright, stay there, please.
And now I've written a whole novel series that was inspired by Sailor Moon.
Right? And that novel series is fucking great.
Did you get to read the last one yet?
Still haven't read it, no.
Oh, you're gonna
I know.
love it.
I've been reading all of your like little release things about it, and I'm like, oh. Alright, this is the one. Make sure my paintbrush is doing a thing that I want it to do. Okay. Oh, size up. So I need to be better at... I'm really bad when it comes to digital art about like using the smallest pixels instead of like
I'm too.
Right.
I'm so lazy. I don't want to zoom in to the full extent, but you really should.
Right, but the thing is though, like this picture, like this size brush that I'm drawing with right now is a size 5 pixel. So
Oh, okay.
it's tiny.
Mhm.
In comparison to like it's very and then so I never have like a space to to go and get like more detailed. Like the edges of my stuff always has that little extra pixelated thing because it's the actual pixels of the picture instead of the like 100 pixels. I don't know how else to say it.
Pardon me, staring intently. I'm staring intently at this
Hello,
chat, trying to
Vinyl.
figure out what color to do next. Vinyl! Oh, we should to do a comfy crafting stream with us someday.
Oh yeah.
How could we even think of that?
Right?
The
Vinyl,
crafting
I am
queen.
down for group. Look, clearly group crafting is gonna become my thing. So like, I'm down for that.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Look, the cozy crafting
Vinyl
coterie.
is not the opposite of
Yes.
comfy, Shagraz. Hi, Shagraz.
Shagraz, hello.
Welcome.
Or wait, should it be like the cozy crafting coven or something? Is that better?
Ooh,
The
the cozy
cozy-
crafting coven. Ooh, I like
Yes.
that.
We
Vinyl.
officially dub ourselves.
The cozy crafting coven.
I don't know where to go next. This is always the thing.
You guys are amazing. We love you. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. How are you guys doing, Vinyl and Shagraz? What is going on?
That's white.
This music. Ugh, am I gonna do this again? It's gonna be crazy. I'm gonna skip every other song because it's crazy. Also, if it's too loud, let me know, guys. Please.
Have I been doing this wrong the whole time?
What do you mean?
I might have to change the station. Is there an acoustic
No,
one?
I haven't
Yeah.
been doing it wrong
Let's
the
do
whole
this.
time. Look, I did
Oh,
have
gotta
this
take the
like
whole
a year
thing
ago.
apart.
Yeah, no, it's just it's a half stitch. It's not a full stitch. So I need 4 strands of white.
Oh, okay.
Here we go, chat. You get to see, and this is what cross stitching looks like.
I'm playing Splatoon 3, so I'll be in and out, but I have you in my ear. All right, Shagraz, have fun in your game.
Shagraz, enjoy. Thanks for flipping us off. We appreciate it.
Thanks for
Oh no,
what?
that was Vinyl flipping Shagraz off.
Ah.
Yeah, see. Look, their names are both purple.
Right, I
was
know.
glancing out
I
the
do
corner of
that
my
all the
eye.
time. Isn't that the worst? Just like, I don't know. Alright, you gotta come out around a little bit more so I can get that shape, and then I'll delete the other side of you. And
Oh, there. Thank you, Shagraz. I was very troubled by the fact that you didn't flip us off before you left. I feel much better now. So we're basically just separating the strands right now.
So why is that? So I'm editing this picture with filters on. So like with
I had
the
a
3D
visceral
filter?
reaction to you saying editing, and it had nothing to do with the rest of what you were saying.
You
I was like,
are
no, wait. I was like, oh wait, she doesn't mean a novel.
right, right.
Flashbacks.
You just start getting like
This
PTSD.
afternoon.
Flashback to this afternoon.
Huh?
We killed slightly less people than last time. Nice.
Oh,
Wait, is that good or bad?
Probably good if they accidentally killed some quest givers the last time.
No.
oh,
So I don't know if
Destiny,
anyone knows about
yeah.
cross stitch, but I'm chopping it in half because you only do half the length at one time. And then I'm going to separate 4 individual strands. And that's what we're going to work with.
Color are you doing?
Wait.
Gray? Okay.
So I'm doing these cute little beech trees right now.
Here's the tip: if anyone is trying to do the needle, I saw this on a YouTube video one time. You like put it like that, and then you just squash it on.
What? That shouldn't make sense.
No, like you're like okay. So there's this part,
right,
the hole, right?
right,
You take the instead of trying to squash it, you take it and you like
right. You wrap it around.
yeah, and then it just like zip.
Oh, so you did it like the long ways, and then you turned it. And
Yeah.
Okay, all right. That makes more sense.
I watched one of those.
That's not gonna work
12
for me,
tips.
but
Oh, I know 12 tips for crochet, and a couple of them are actually good.
Hey,
I
that's
listened
more
to
tips
the,
than I know
this
for
isn't the
crochet.
song I listened to earlier. Never mind. I was gonna say I listened to the song already today. I didn't. I lied. Well, Shagraz. Imagine somebody thinking you were trolling them, though. Like seriously.
Oh yeah.
Shagraz
How
doesn't
in the
troll
Nothing you
world?
people.
would ever do.
Right.
Shagraz is the nicest, most honest person I've ever met.
2, 3, 4.
Yeah, but why?
Seeing you in my dreams. I'm listening to my 80s and 90s songs right now.
I love it. I've been getting hooked on those a lot lately too. Again.
That's cool.
Something
Quite a bit more
about
of a
that.
process
It
for
feels
me to get
very
the-
like some of it's like super hopeful for the future, and then the other half of it's like
Oh my
like
god.
the future sucks. Everything sucks. So
My list keeps playing Jack and Diane, and finally earlier I was like, no,
No
I
more.
can't keep listening to this song.
right,
John Mellencamp, why?
right.
Diddy, Jack died.
Listen, it's a story. It's a song about small town love and how dead end it is, and I'm just like,
Yep.
And
too many
it's
people I know lived
so-
this life.
and are still currently living it.
Fair.
He was a football player and she was a cheerleader,
Yeah.
and she got pregnant in the backseat of his car.
Yep. And are still living it. I personally am very appreciative of the recent opportunity in my life to get out of a certain kind of monotony that I was not happy with.
I have to scoot off frame and blow my nose. Apologies.
Enjoy.
You still okay? You can't see me on the stream blowing my nose, okay?
Nope.
I was like, did I roll right out
We
of one
see
frame?
we
to
see
another?
your leg. Your leg.
You can see me on Discord, but they can't see me on stream.
Oh right. Okay.
Right, because she's cut down further on stream.
Well,
Just had a moment of confusion where I was like, wait a
oh
minute.
wait.
I'm not used to
I
having
need
two
to
cameras.
check to make sure.
You need to check to make sure what is what?
'Cause I forgot that like. I need to make sure people can actually see like what I'm doing. Fucking commercials.
Yeah, it's up to you guys to keep your art in your camera at this point. Like
No. That's not it. I'm just making sure that like
Oh.
because I was also looking at the Discord.
Oh yeah.
Can I tell you guys how terrifying it is that I am about to start writing books 10, 11, and 12 for a series that I've published none of and have no idea if people are actually going to read?
Yep.
I mean, I'm gonna read it.
Obviously, we're gonna read it.
True. Although I must say I have had people coming into my streams. I've been talking a lot about Domran on stream because you know I've been working on his stuff, and people are like,
Mhm.
"Oh my god, I love him. I want to have tea with him," and I'm like, "Thank God," because if I do all this and it's a flop. I mean, I've committed. I've committed to doing it. Stopped at the worst possible spot with this before, because this is a half stitch. So I gotta make sure that I trap my thread here so that it doesn't just pull through. Ooh, this one's Don't You Want Me, Baby.
Don't
Yeah.
you want me, baby?
You were working as a waitress at a cocktail bar. I won't sing all the songs, I promise, unless you guys want me to.
Alright, and then you need to be. The settings for you are this.
I like this song because the guy is like, I got you success, and the woman's like, no, I'll take my own success. I just want to try out some other dudes.
Yeah.
Right. And we add a layer here.
I feel like I need to move this back over here. There we go.
Really just should move my thing forward here. So my chair is on carpeting now, which is fun.
Oh yeah, I have a little mat to put mine on.
Yeah.
Because big same.
Yeah. I'm getting another rug that's got a shorter pile on it for under the chair. That will be under the whole crafting area, but this, because I can't stand those mats. I hate them. I think they're awful. I'm still eventually going to end up getting one.
That is the only way that I can move my chair on the carpet.
Right.
So.
No, I hear you. I'm just saying I hate them.
I mean, I'm not the hugest fan of mine, but I'm trying not to ruin the carpet in my house.
You're not the
Wow.
hugest fan of you, because I am the hugest fan of you.
Wow, that wasn't even what I was saying, but thanks. He's only saying this because we were having a conversation about how I messed up one of the plots in this novel, which I'm now fixing. But then I suddenly lost like complete confidence in all that character's plots in all of the novels.
Oh no.
And suddenly I was just like, and it's gonna be horrible.
Look, I felt really bad about that. I was like,
No.
my goal is not to make you second guess everything.
No, that was 100% my brain and not anything you said.
Okay.
I didn't mean to make you think that you actually like hurt my confidence. I hurt my confidence. That was 100% writer brain. And I talk about it because every writer's gonna go through that, and I want them to know that I go through that too. Like, it happens. It's
That's
a
true.
legit thing. I should mark off some of these stitches before I get too far ahead and forget what I've done. Oh shit.
What did I do?
1, 2, 3. I went one too far.
Why
Can I do it the easy way, or am I gonna have to de-thread my thing? I'm gonna have to de-thread my thing.
though? I do not understand why you're being
Nope,
such a
alright.
pain in the ass.
Guys, I messed up.
Oh no.
I like this song too.
Oh, that's why. That's the wrong layer.
This is my, this is a song always that makes me think of Flutter.
Which one is it?
She drives me crazy.
Huh. I'm flattered.
This is like my theme song for you.
Drive me crazy. Ooh, ooh.
because I went from the wrong direction. That's why I couldn't pull it out that way.
Gross.
She drives me
Trying to think of a way
crazy,
that would work, but I'm not sure.
What was that?
Never mind.
I was singing, sorry.
Nope, you're fine. I was picturing the thing you said with the way that it was interpreting it, apparently. Browse.
Look, everything with me is not
Listen, I know. I'm just...
wholesome.
Can I just say how much I was shaking my head at you guys, like putting rods in your mouth and shit during the last Winds of Chaos? Like, super serious situation, and
Listen.
you're like, I'm gonna put it in my mouth, and I was like, yeah, she just has wanted to do that all night.
No, I just...
Mazra's
What do
rod
you
in her
do?
mouth.
What do you do with any tool when you have... The first thing that you do with any tool when you need to pick up another thing and you don't have a hand free, you
Put
stick
it in
it in your mouth.
pocket.
We
No,
all know.
I stick it in my mouth. So
all know that
I put the pencil in my mouth.
Mazra's rod in her mouth.
So just like that. And stick it in my mouth so I can get the thing done. And then I can grab it. That's right, chakras. Oh my god.
That's why Kiona was so popular, like barn raisings and stuff.
We all didn't
Hey,
know
you
that
know?
she was a giant whore, and that's why Birdie loved her.
I'm having these conversations with Flutter because she's not subtle at all. You make the insinuation and she's like, oh yeah, Kiona was a huge slut before the goblins came.
The thing is, she wasn't though, actually. I had the best, most amazing intentions for Kiona to be a nice, lovely, innocent girl.
Lies.
Are you saying that Kiona is a virgin and Mazra gets to pop that cherry?
I'm saying yes.
God damn.
Her and Birdie weren't even engaged yet, yo.
Look, I just want to say there's nothing wrong with someone being prolific in that kind of exploration. And I straight up...
Oh no,
have a
you know my
character-
personal feelings about it.
I know. I'm taking this for the benefit of chat. I straight up have a character in the novel series that I'm writing who is a prostitute, and the book is like, yeah, he's a prostitute, and it doesn't make any bones about it, and it's totally a legit profession
Right.
where he lives.
Can I just tell you, I was so disappointed to find out that dominatrixes here in Las Vegas are still considered prostitutes.
Wow.
Like,
But is it legal? Like, is it...
it's not everything in Las Vegas is probably somewhere in the gray areas of not entirely legal, but nobody looks directly at them.
Right.
That's the thing that I've learned since I've been here. Right, exactly.
You know, like weed was in BC before we went federally legal.
Right.
And now it's for reals legal.
Right. Like, there are, like, rules are, I mean, the drivers here are insane because nobody cares. Like, they're... because there's such a, like, mix of people that come in from, like, everywhere. It's a really weird little spot, actually, but I kind of
I guess
love
that's
it.
why
It
they
seems
say,
like...
you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Right,
'cause
exactly.
It's a weird spot.
It really seems like the perfect town for me, to be honest. It's a
Oh,
little
yeah,
bit like
for sure.
psychotic.
Let me adjust the camera ever so slightly for you guys. Since I'm lifting this quite a bit more than I expected.
But like, also, I have zero desire to go out to the strip because I'm probably gonna be working out there. That's a thing. People are like, "Oh, have you gone to the
That's
strip
always
yet?"
how it is if you live in a town that
Right,
has like a
exactly.
tourist area.
So I'm just like, no, I've not gone to the strip yet. I'm gonna be spending the majority of the next couple of years of my life hating my life there, probably. So.
Hopefully you'll find a job that you enjoy doing. That's like kind of the point.
Right. No, I know. I hope that works out that way.
Look, you get a job at the Apple Store, you'll be fine.
No.
I don't
Listen.
know that Flutter would enjoy working at the Apple
I
I
would
Store.
hate
know, I'm
working at the
making a
Apple Store.
joke.
And honestly, there are things in my life that are probably gonna fall by the wayside now that certain things in my life are gone. And Apple is one of them. I'm gonna keep this iPad as long as it humanly can.
I'm gonna keep your old iPad as long as I
Right?
can.
I know. I like, yeah. Now that certain things are gone, right? No more Apple Store visits, Chuck Ross. That's right.
That's not necessarily a bad thing, though, to not replace your technology until you absolutely need to.
No, I know.
We make our technology entirely too disposable.
Yes,
in
we
all
do.
honesty.
I agree. We need to make the hardware better so that it can keep up with the software. Or,
Or just make sure
just
people
make
have the
it so
ability.
you don't need the hardware at all. Remember those little holographic screens, man? In the
Yeah,
future,
just plug
in the
us-
future
just plug
things
us
is what I'm
directly
saying. Every future
plug
thing
us
has a
directly
holographic
into the-
screen of some sort.
just plug us directly into the Matrix. It'll be fine.
Oh my god.
No, I'm definitely down for being like, if anybody needs a volunteer for experimental first people to be implanted into robots, I'm down. I'm gonna sign right up for that. Transfer my
honestly,
consciousness to a robot. Thank you very much.
I have reasons for wanting to do that too myself.
For real.
Let's just say there are certain parts of my body that I would gladly leave behind.
No kidding, right? I will also say that I hope that this happens later in life so that I can get all of the physical things in that I want to get in before that happens too. Just, as a general rule. Gotta get your kicks.
On Route 66.
That's right. Get your kicks on Route 66. If I didn't have acoustic music, I was gonna just roll into some scatting right then, but the acoustic music
Go on.
totally made it just not happen.
Please don't.
It's just, what? You don't like scat?
No.
I'm gonna
Is that
interpret
what I
that
do,
exactly the
Daddy?
wrong way. You're talking about poop. Because I get to do that. The maturity level of these streams has gone way down since my arrival, I'm sure.
What is maturity?
Excuse me? Have you met Woof? Or me?
I have, but you and me are quite a combo.
Oh yeah, when we get together, things do spiral pretty quick.
Ooh, it's played Shredder now.
Ooh. It's a team effort. That's right, Chuck Ross.
Yeah, exactly. It's the
like
exact
playing
combo
team
of
games.
these people.
Oh, we should play a team game sometime too. The three of us.
That'd be cool.
Yeah, Cards Against Humanity.
Ooh, we could do that. Can we do that on stream? I wonder if there's a way you can do that on stream.
There is a way to play it online, I believe.
It's
Do you
like,
do
yeah.
you each own a deck from Cards Against Humanity?
I don't.
I bet it's on that tabletop simulator or something.
It
Also,
might
did
be.
you know, Woof, that if you were to go and order Cards Against the Humanity right now, that because you live in Texas, they would donate 100% of your order to an abortion clinic?
Yeah, yo.
And it will give you an option to add $5 more, and if you say, I am not okay with this, they will charge you $5 extra.
Hashtag reasons to love Cards Against Humanity. They do that kind
Hashtag-
of cool stuff all the time.
Not all Texans.
Right. Understood.
So I
but
specifically told
there's
you
just
that
not
'cause
enough
I
of
figured
you.
you'd appreciate it.
what do you do when there's no... What do you say? No. not going there.
You go there. That's what you do. I don't know, chat. Can you see anything I'm doing? Do I need to move the craft cam? Please give me feedback on the craft cam so that I can better craft for you.
It's guaranteed chat can't even tell what I'm doing on this thing because the screen is huge. I guess I could zoom it into the part that I'm working on a little bit. Because it's like such a tiny part of it.
You should do like a thing where like people tell you stuff to make and you make it, like your little mouse or whatever, like
Oh, I could
they
do
give
that.
you a challenge or whatever and you
Do you
try
want to do
and-
that now? This, be honest, is not really keeping my attention super well, so.
Oh, you want to make like little? Well, you know what? I bet.
Do you need
I
an
know
over? Do you need a
somebody-
token for something?
Well, I know somebody who would probably appreciate having some owl art,
Ooh,
especially if it was maybe a barred owl.
a barred owl. See, okay, I don't know if I can be that good, you guys. That's very specific.
I
But you
believe
could
in
make
you.
a
You
cute
saw
little
the mouse that I
token.
made. It was a mouse. There's like,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You could make a cute little owl token.
I could try. Hold on, let me see.
I like how you're like, tell me what to do, and then we tell you what to do, and you're like, I don't know, guys.
I
This
think I
is-
suck too much.
This is, now I can put myself back. And then I need to fix this green again. See, I just changed it and now I'm changing things again. So here we go.
Oh, it's playing Circle of Life now by Elton John.
Elton John. I fucking love him.
I love him too.
Something like that.
Or be eaten.
That was the Flutter Hubs' biggest contribution in my music life was Elton John.
I've always loved Elton John.
I mean, I liked him before, but I really grew a much deeper appreciation for him while we were married. Let's see. This one. Nope.
Oh, I'm gonna give another sympathy here.
Stop it.
I almost wonder if I would get a better view if I put the thing up. They'd be pretty far away, but you guys would see more of what I'm doing.
Good enough. So this is the mouse that I did for my girl Lizrin in Megan's campaign. Do
That's too far
I
away.
have? I think I have them all on this one document actually.
Good.
Oh yeah, here. Okay, let me do. There's, okay, so this one I just changed the colors to. What else did I
you
used
already
it for
made
color
an owl,
reference.
I forgot.
Yeah, but this one was already on the 2-minute token thing. So I just was
Right.
using this on this document as a reference to sizing for the other ones. So this was somebody else's owl, but it's way better than I would even begin to think to do an owl. So I'm not sure about that. See, I need something like cute to do, but like way simple.
You're asking too much
I know.
of idea generation here.
Let's see. Is that a good size? No. And that's also not a good brush. There we go. Yeah. Let me think. I'm sure that there are other things that I want to do for like. It's only so big. Okay. I mean, I could try to make my own little owl token.
You don't have to. I forgot that you had basically already given me one. Oh hey, it's Wonderwall.
What?
There's a whole meme
song?
surrounding Wonderwall, yeah.
No.
Oh, Wonder Wall. I thought you said Wonder Wolf. Like,
I actually like this song, but apparently it's one of the most hated songs in the universe.
Because the guys are total dicks.
Yeah, well, so was Kurt Cobain, you know?
Right,
but
I was gonna
everybody
say-
still listens to Nirvana, like,
there's gotta be like a.
also Axl Rose.
Right, exactly. So, like, what's up? I love Wonderwall. I don't think I know any of their other songs, but I like that one.
No, I'm pretty sure they were a one-hit wonder. People,
It's like
people
no,
say
it's
that
like
it was such a
Champagne
simple
Supernova
song.
in
Oh
the sky.
yes, Champagne Supernova. I love that one.
Champagne Supernova.
Is that? And then there's one here.
So I have to walk a winding, and all the lights that lead us there are blinding.
See, there we go. That's not terrible, but it's too big.
Also, Mazikeen sung this song on Lucifer, and it was amazing. So fucking fight me.
Don't need to. I believe you.
Also, I need to get you to watch Lucifer because you would fucking.
I
love
already
Mazikeen.
I put it on my watch list.
She like Mazikeen makes me think of you.
I can imagine then. What shape is the ass end of a mouse?
I don't know.
I might do.
It's roughly ass shaped.
This is the thing. I have this idea.
I did that one too. See, chat, we're basically trying to get to the very top of the canvas. See if we can do that in this string. Flutter would totally heart eyes over Maz. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm sure. I believe you. Megan knows me better than
Also-
most human beings know me, so
Mazikeen's wardrobe is almost entirely leather, and it's amazing.
I enjoy that. Although you gotta have variety. Variety is the spice of life.
She is a demon and a queen of torment.
Ooh. See, of course she is. Man, if I could be a mythological creature, it would be a succubus, probably. I don't really actually know what they do, like... It might suck to do that, actually, but, like...
So what a succubus does is they take the form of a succubus first, and they have sex with a man,
Uh-huh.
and they steal their sperm,
Uh-huh.
and then they take the form of an incubus, and they have sex with a woman and impregnate them with the stolen sperm. And now you know. That's what a succubus does.
Well, that's kind of shitty, though.
Mythologically.
I wouldn't want to
I can
impregnate
just
women
tell
without
you.
their, like,
mythologically, that's what they did.
Okay, but
Mazikeen is
take
amazing.
the impregnating out of it, and I would be a great succubus.
I'm just telling you the myth. I'm just telling you the myth.
It's okay. It's okay. I'm, and I appreciate knowing that because now I know that it's not exactly right, but it's still
But now you know
probably
that,
closer than most other things.
A succubus and an incubus, they are the same creature. They shapeshift.
I didn't realize that. That's pretty cool, actually.
And if anyone's ever read The Dark Tower, the same thing kind of happened in there, where Roland was attacked by a succubus, and later one of his companions had to seduce an incubus to keep it from killing them, and it was the same succubus who had sexed Roland, and she ended up having Roland's child as a result. But he was semi-demonic because,
Right.
reasons.
Because, of course.
Also, the birth of that child was insane. Don't read it.
Okay.
The child is born with a heart on.
Oh, ew, ew. Oh no, that's not
Good job,
okay.
Stephen King.
Right.
Pretty creepy.
And then you did it wrong.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff about the last Dark Tower book where I was kind of like, it was a bit much. I mean, it was supposed to be creepy. It wasn't supposed to make you be like, heck yeah. But it's the sort of thing where, like, sometimes, even if you're trying to be creepy, you can be too creepy. Never thought I'd ever see the day, but here we are. Yeah.
Right, there are just some things though, and like somebody like Stephen King should know that. You just don't do that.
But Stephen
I mean, he
King
spent-
can get away with whatever he wants because he's Stephen King, right?
He
Right.
spent like the
Maybe
whole
he's
80s
just
like on
laughing
a
his
cocaine
whole
binge.
way
Oh
through
yeah,
it.
oh yeah. Some of what he has written / directed was definitely cocaine assisted.
I mean, I have
admits
no
that.
doubt.
He admits it.
Right.
He know what he done. Hey, at least he finishes his books, unlike someone who has been spending 20 years writing fucking Winds of Winter.
Right.
It's never gonna be done. It's not even the last book in the series, yo.
It's like partially rabbit, partially mouse. I don't know.
Well, you could make a jackalope, although it's not mouse-like, but it's
There
it's a
is
rabbit
one
with
that's like a
antlers.
mouse-like one though. I was looking at the tokens.
It's playing my favorite Tom Petty song. Oh my god.
Last Dance?
Good girl. Nope.
Oh.
Loves
Damn.
her mama. Free falling.
Last Dance is the one that I like the best. Where the fuck did
Yeah,
put it?
I see that. That one's on here. It's just not the one it's playing.
I put my lighter down and I don't know where it is. So I guess that's that. Until I figure out where
Cast
I put it.
Summon Lighter.
Right? I probably like set it behind here or something. I haven't even gotten up, guys. Like I haven't moved. So
'Cause I don't even miss her. I'm a bad boy for breaking her heart.
I could make it into a bunny, I guess.
Oh,
Who needs a bunny?
Whoop, I will murder you.
I like Tom Petty. This is out of love.
Okay, I accept.
Look at my weird little bunny. Alright. I
So cute!
Horrible.
If I take the mouse ears out of it, it might be better.
Ventura Boulevard.
Gonna free fall out into nothing.
Girls, you're too far ahead.
Oh, sorry.
Home with broken hearts. It's alright.
Now I'm
I like it when we get
free.
there. There you go.
Free falling.
Free falling. I have to sing for Flutter because she can't listen to this on stream.
On stream, right? Yeah, technically could, and we wouldn't have a VOD, so... I'm a little bit weird about VODs. I like having VODs.
No, I feel you. I'm
can remember
particular
you did
about
it.
certain VODs. Yeah.
I know you can remember you did it, and I'm never gonna go back and watch them again. I just like having them.
Yeah, but they're there for other people to watch.
Right.
Like,
Well, I don't expect anybody to do that, so...
hey, when you get ultra famous, people are gonna go back and rewatch all these VODs. And they're gonna
Oh, I
hear
bet
my
you there are
whole
some
thing.
gems back in there, some places, especially when we're staying in that little apartment in between houses.
I'm gonna free fall. out
Listen,
into
if I get that
nothing
kind of famous, y'all, we're still doing Friday
for
night craft
a
streams.
while. What did Shagraz told me not to do something, and I just now saw it, so I'm gonna assume that I did it.
Oh, I think it was your
You're
comments
welcome.
about GMM. What's his face?
Oh, casting shade on. Look, I'm just saying, he's been working on this. It takes him like a decade more to write each book. He's gonna need 40 years for the final book in the series. And he's not gonna
Look.
live that long.
There's a solution. You can just finish them for him.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna
ma'am.
say,
But I wouldn't have the kind of body count required to write a book like that.
Okay. My little rabbit has...
I haven't found the buttons.
Ooh, that's a
What do
very...
I have? Shagraz, did I take that to mean that you are a fan of the Game of Thrones books? Is that what I'm hearing?
Oh, now he looks angry, though. What?
He looks angry. I think he looks cute.
Oh, I was giving it an eye shine, but it made the eye shape in a certain way when I hit it the one.
Oh,
And...
okay.
Although his whiskers do make him look like a sad bunny. And I need to reshape his face a little bit. Actually, since he's not a mouse, he should have a shorter face. Piggy with big ears. How many weird creatures can I make between making a mouse and a bunny?
Do it.
How many animal parts can I add to this animal? It's a chimera.
It's a chimera, yeah.
Yeah, the books aren't my jam, I don't think. I mean, I've never read one, but based on the show, I'm assuming they're not my jam.
I read 2.5 of them, but before I caught up with the show, and then I was just like, well, can't read that fast. Done.
Ghost has read them all and really likes them, but he and I don't necessarily always like the same
Right.
fiction.
I did enjoy, actually, the ones that I did read, but I just stopped reading them because we were watching the show, so I never finished them. I should.
I just don't feel like, I mean, maybe it's different in the books, but I don't feel like killing characters for shock value is good storytelling.
Right.
I don't think you need to have a high body count. That was, and I guess I won't talk about this too much because of a certain author being a piece of trash, but that was my problem with the 7th Harry Potter book, was that it was an unnecessary high body count because the author clearly thought that there needed to be a body count.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I agree
And-
with that.
And so many of the deaths were just pointless, and I was like, okay, that happened. Whatever.
Right.
I just remember it was so crazy because when that came out, I was working in a public library at the time,
Yeah.
and it was hard. It's hard to estimate, like just talk about how big that was. We had a whole midnight release party at this library, and we did all this shit, and there was like so many people there. Like it was crazy.
I did, for the last couple of books, the midnight release at the bookstore in the mall, so we all like hung out in the mall hallway after all the stores closed until the store opened. And that was right around the time I was in. Oh, that was when I was working at Knoebels. So I had a girlfriend that was working with me there that really loved those books, and so she was like, I'm doing a thing, and I was like, all right, I'll do it with you. And then another chick was like, yeah, I'll go too. So we ended up having just like a big enormous like hangout for those releases. And then over the next 2 days I was always finished by like dinner the next day, but that's the thing. I do read quickly, and Megan can attest to this. When I tell her I've started something, it's within like 2 days that I'm done with it, and like she gets it back with notes and stuff.
My favorite was the double whammy of me waking up one morning to 2 texts. The first one was, "You monster," and the second one was, "Have a good flight." Because we were flying home that day from Ghost's parents' place.
Oh look, it actually kind of looks like a bunny now. I should give him a little tuft. I kind of fixed it. He's got really cool ears, and they're like enormous, and I love them, so they're staying. I realize how dumb they are.
They're adorable.
I might have to give him an enormous tail to match. Or a much bigger. Why is my pencil so small? Oh, because I got to a smaller one.
We found the very top of the canvas, you guys. That
Nice.
stitch is the very top of the canvas, and this stitch is the very bottom of the canvas. So we found the full length of the canvas.
That's cool. How do you contribute? I need to figure out how you contribute to a site like the 2-minute token thing.
What? Oh, how you contribute to 10-minute token. Sorry, my brain
Is
took a
to
second to
pay
catch
a
up.
lovely fee.
You were in perfect sync. You were in perfect sync.
Listen, I know because I have it in my head once you started. I'm like, oh, as long as you are in time with it.
I was a little squeaky there. I was a bit out of my range. I don't sing well. I apologize a little bit to the chat for my singing,
You're
but only a little bit.
All right, a tail. Wrong color.
Yeah, full canvas acquired. Because you start in the middle of the canvas, right? You don't start at any of the edges.
I really need to just
so
make you bigger. Why aren't you bigger? I drew you with a size 3 pixel question mark. Yeah, something like that. That's good. Big ass fluffy tail. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hold on. This is amazing. Our friend now has a big ass fluffy tail.
Although that said about not killing off characters for pure shock value, I won't say which character, but there was a character in the Celestial Serenade who I was not certain whether or not they died until the event did or did not happen. So
Love it. Love. You're giving me so much confidence. And
you've read everything written about that series
okay.
so
All right.
far.
Okay, good.
Also, you yelled at me for letting a character die of old age.
I know.
He wasn't immortal? How dare you?
That was essentially it because I loved that character so intensely. Look, I'm crying now. God, you made me cry about him right now.
He lived his whole life. He had a full and productive and happy life.
Oh, but I
Although if you
loved
liked
him.
that character, there's a character in Domran's books that you'll really like too.
This is a really monkey little rabbit.
I love him.
I'm not sure what exactly is happening here. I think that this needs to be. I think that, he should just have his head should be taller. It's because he doesn't have like a chest and head. I need to just move. Okay, I don't know if I can do this. Hold on. Can I do this? This is gonna be really disturbing for a second. If it works.
Now I get to. I'm trying to pick what to do next, chat. So we've just done this whole sneaky bit here. We have these branches that are going off a little bit. They're kind of hard to do because they're so isolated. Ooh, I like the song. So there's some white bits that I kind of missed, but there's nowhere else to. So I basically have to start a white strand and then tie it off and go somewhere else. Let's look at the picture. This is what we're doing, chat. Nope, it's upside down now. This is what we're doing.
Holy cow!
We're working on this tree right here. This tree. I've done all the wolves. I've done the full wolf bits, and now we're doing the tree bits. Maybe I should do. Maybe I should just do the E bits.
I'm just gonna do it this way then. If this is gonna be difficult that way. Oh, there we go. Something.
So the
Sort of
E's
like that.
are 2 light grays.
Actually, a little bit more like that, probably.
Those are full
Stop.
stitches.
It's being super jumpy. All right.
Pale gray, that's gray, that's light gray.
Full canvas acquired.
Yeah, that was from me getting all the way to the top of the canvas.
Oh, that's cool.
Stitch. Coming back again, like a roam and thunder chasing the wind. I like that I can sing a line from a song and Flutter instantly knows the rest of it. That's why I'm doing it, honestly. Also, I love this song. It's kind of a Domerin song. Kind of. One specific Domerin. Where did I put my needle? What have I done? There it is. Did the responsible thing and put it in the canvas.
No, he's got too much of a neck.
I thought you meant Domerin. That was like, okay. I can cut that down a little bit. I think Crescent disagrees with you.
Really?
What?
Crescent would love it if Domerin had more neck.
Why does that bunny have, like, boobs? Look at it. And it like
It's just a
come up and see me
chest, it's
sometime.
just
That's what that bunny
chest.
reminds me of.
Oh my god. I was gonna give him a tuft, but now I don't know. Jesus,
I
here.
think a tuft would look sufficiently non-booby.
There. Is that better? Your woofness?
Yeah, does it meet Woof's approval? OMG.
It's a tuft.
It's fine.
You don't sound like it's fine.
It's like 70s chest hair tuft. That's what I feel like
Oh
it
my
is.
gosh.
Look at it though. Look at it.
Rabbit.
Think
it's
about
the
it.
shag carpet rabbit.
Think about
Yeah.
it. Did you know
His
somebody in
tail
the
is made of
70s
shag
that had
carpet.
this? Yeah, like giant. Or the early 80s. Or somebody that just kept wearing it like that for a lot longer than they should have, probably. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. Big ass tail, big ass tuft. I don't know. It just is looking weird.
So we did that. So we gotta start here.
Nope, that's weird too. What if I did this? There we go, that's better. So if I do that. That's definitely not it.
Wait.
Maybe the problem actually is that it doesn't just have a giant mane of hair.
Hang on. I have to run to the washer.
I'm giving
I
my
will be right back.
my rabbit a unicorn mane.
Yes, do that.
Cause we need to come up with a name for this thing then, and can I put this thing on there?
It
Would
looks
somebody
like,
find a use for
um,
this.
like a 90s boy haircut.
It does kind of, doesn't it?
It's the Jonathan Taylor Thomas bunny.
It's really terrible.
No, it's not.
I'm just having fun with it, so.
That's the important thing.
That's not it. I think it's probably it, actually.
Oh, it has hair now. Is this Kiona transformed into a bunny?
Well, we were just talking about it being like JTT, but so maybe not.
JTT?
Yeah.
Who's JTT? Oh, Jonathan Taylor Thomas?
Yeah. See, I knew you knew who that was.
It's been a while. I had to reach.
I'm trying to decide how the forelock thing looks. Should it have a little curl?
Falling in love is so hard on my knees. Okay, I squeaked. No, that was right. I just couldn't see that stitch, maybe? One.
Or maybe it should just go up
Two.
higher.
Okay. I was right the first time.
That's the answer.
Begging to please. Oh.
All right. Okay, we have fluffy cute tail. We have. I don't know if I can. I don't know if that's. Yeah. Maybe if I. Okay, there we go. If I do this. Wait, who's whispering? What?
That was me,
What did you?
probably. Well, you like the way I hold a microphone?
Oh. I didn't hear what you said, so like I was.
I'm just mouthing the words to this song.
I see.
My favorite line in the song is, "You're bad to the bone and your girlfriend agrees," because it makes me think of you and me.
Oh. Yeah. We don't know. I don't know. It is kind of. Oh no! What happened? How did I do that? There it is. All right, I can fix that.
There we go. That's your favorite Tom Petty song now.
Yeah. She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mother, never was
He
around.
hasn't started singing yet. Yeah, that one. She grew up in an Indiana town, had a good-looking mama.
Never was around. She grew up tall and she grew up right with them Indiana boys on an Indiana night.
Perfect.
I don't know when the next one starts. I can't hear the music because I've got acoustic in my head. She moved out
Grew
here.
down here.
The age 18. She moved most when it was more than they'd seen. Both started grooving. Got to keep moving. On. Keep moving on.
Perfect. You're killing it.
Oh my god. I don't know. I just love that song. And have you seen the video for it?
I haven't seen it in a long time, but this song has always made me think of you. Like, literally as long as I have known you, this song has always made me think of you.
Right? And it's still like it's a thing. It's actually a thing that I feel like I think of me too when I hear that song.
Oh yeah. No,
because
like,
of
everything
certain
about this
circumstances in my life. There were moments, and I feel like that's a song. That's a Flutter song, most definitely.
100%.
All right, okay, all right, we're getting there.
Oh, sorry, I think I'm holding this up too high. Take me as I come, 'cause I can't stay long.
Last chance of Mary Jane. One more time to kill the pain.
Okay, and that's all black.
Nope, two.
Right down to the I feel summer creeping in and I'm tired of this town again,
Yep.
too. Just like...
Gotta keep moving on. That's the thing. That's the thing for me. Apparently. There we go. That one's better.
That's why I feel like you and Crescent would get along so well.
Oh, honey, me and Crescent. Blue, thank you so much for that lurk, my friend. I hope you have a lovely evening.
Ian, hello!
More wine. All right. What do we need? Ooh, we need an earring, I think.
For JTT Bunny?
Yeah, it can't be JTT Bunny. It needs to be something else, but...
Oh, okay. Alright, then.
We need to find a reason for her. It could be Kiona's bunny form, I guess. She's fucking weird.
Maybe the bunny
so-
form of your character in my campaign.
Oh, that's true. Wouldn't that be weird?
I mean, no, she's a druid. She could take a bunny form.
Right, but like... Then we have to make it street, too.
I mean, that's your choice. You're the one talking about earrings.
True, true, true.
I like how if you took a before and after picture of what I'm working on, like, during the stream, it's gonna look almost not different at all.
I started with a mouse and now I'm doing a bunny.
Yeah, but you have visual, visible progress. You can barely see the line of, like, what I've done so far. And then I did, like, these 3 stitches.
3 stitches.
Wow, I really liked Tom Petty tonight.
Sometimes the music things can be questionable. Buddy
Buddy
once
once
told me the world was gonna roll me. That was so good, Wolf. All right.
Or maybe I didn't do that? Oh, I did do that. And then there's 2 more here.
All right. Now we need to refine these guys down a little bit. See, because now I'm getting to the point where I'm like, I want to put an earring on, so I need to unthicken the lines up there, but like they're soon gonna be as thin as possible. And so adding smaller details becomes difficult. But that's what, I don't know, everything that I do is pixel art of some sort, because everything's on such
Can you
a
put it
macro
on another
scale.
layer?
What?
Can you put it on another layer?
I could. And then just make it bigger, you're saying?
That way you could do
Right.
it without having to erase stuff.
Right, but if I want it to be this general size in the end, it has to stay this.
Right.
Yeah, can you just thicken the
It's
lines
like doing-
somehow, and
It's like
then-
doing emotes, right? Because you have to like only have so much detail. Because the image is only so big. This one is only
Can
like
I just tell you
100 and
though,
something,
when Mumbles
125
did
pixels or
my
something.
emotes, she put like so much detail in there. And it's
I
so
know. I don't
amazing.
understand. Like, listen, I tried to do mine. I have some really raw ones of mine that I was working on, and they're not good. Like,
They
like,
were good, but I
by
know that
any
you
stretch of the
eventually just
imagination.
hired somebody to do them.
Right, because I was just like, this is clearly not my thing. But maybe little like dudes like this I could do. Maybe if I could do this, I could pick the emotes.
I think it just takes practice, you know?
Yeah, I haven't really been practicing a lot, which you're right. It probably is a thing.
I keep thinking I need to go back to practicing drawing again. And Inktober is coming up, and guess who's probably not gonna do it?
No.
I'm gonna do it.
She's gonna be starting. I'm starting one new novel this coming week. So Tuesday I'm starting a new novel, and then the following Monday I'm starting another new novel. So Inktober's not gonna happen.
I'm gonna be starting school in a couple of weeks. A weird couple of hour a day school. So I should be able to have time to do that in between.
Is that a long thing?
It's 3 weeks long.
Okay.
And it's not even actually required to get a job as a bartender. And I generally, if I could just get a job, I would, except I've got no resume, so
I mean, you could
They-
apply to some places. And
I
see,
could
but-
see, I guess, but they will put me in a job at the end of that 3 weeks, like at one of the casinos, which is fine. And that's all I need. I just need my foot in the door somewhere, and then from there, sky Sky's the limit. Figure out what the hell we are gonna do. I've been really thinking about lobbying for sex laws to change in the city.
I mean, go for it if you feel passionate about it.
I do feel a little bit passionate about it, and I gotta say, my girl Tiri, who also lives in this city now with me, is also pretty passionate about that kind of stuff.
Honestly, I think that there should be laws and it should be legal, because then you can protect. Because here's the thing, people are doing it anyway.
Right.
Some people need that money to survive.
Right.
And instead of punishing people who are making legitimate money to survive, we should make it legal so that we can protect them.
Right. Exactly.
From abuse.
Absolutely.
I came here to view expressions of artistic outlets and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Hello,
Mild Jackalope, I haven't seen you in forever. How are you, my friend?
We
How
almost
are you
drew a
doing?
jackalope, but
we
then it
did,
became a
but
bunny.
this bunny almost was a jackalope. Maybe it should have been. I could add antlers. It could still be a jackalope, I suppose. Oh my gosh, how are you, yo? Yeah, but I do think that that is a very important thing. And honestly, there are lines of work that I could go into in terms of that kind of stuff that I would be not unhappy going into, probably. But I also want those safety measures, right? Like, that's a kind of thing, right? Like,
people gotta be...
Yeah.
Well, and that... We were talking earlier about how I straight up have a character who's a prostitute in one of my books, and they have a guild, and the guild protects them.
Right.
The guild makes sure that they're clean, makes sure that they're not abused,
Right.
makes sure that they have medical care if they need medical care, makes sure that people who abuse people in the guild
Right.
are punished for it
I
and
will-
held accountable, blacklisted.
Hildy Perry 06, thank you so much for that follow.
The wife and I welcomed our first child into the world just under a month ago. Mild Jackalope, congrats!
Right? Congratulations, yo. That's really cool. Good for you guys. How is it for you? How is new parenthood for you? I will tell you that for me it was not easy in the beginning, so I feel for you if that's the case. But if it's the other way and you're like totally in love and stuff, that's really cool too. Meg, I was gonna say you used one term that I know is like not cool to use anymore. And it's clean. To make sure that they're clean.
No, to make sure that, to make sure that they can't... What I meant was medical care, I guess.
Right.
It just came out
Right, but-
shorthand term.
Sure. Yeah, no, I know, but not a lot of people use that anymore because it's
It
got
doesn't-
connotations,
in fairness,
right?
It doesn't say that in the book. That was just
Right,
me
no. Oh no, I know. I was just
speaking. To make sure that anyone who needs access to medical care
Absolutely.
and so that sexually transmitted diseases, basically what I meant was
Right.
so that sexually transmitted diseases can't happen.
Right.
So that someone can't hire an escort and get them infected and then they're out to dry, right?
Right. Absolutely.
Also, it's a land of magic, so if that does happen, the guild is like, okay, go to this healer, and they will make sure that,
Right.
you don't have to worry about that anymore, which not all of the guilds do that, but the escort guilds, they call it the escort guild in most places. They do that because they protect
should.
their people.
Right. Because that is the right thing to do.
And, it's a reality. I mean, Dahmerin technically has a disease which is sexually transmitted. Not specifically sexually transmitted, it's fluid transfer, but it can be transmitted sexually.
Right.
Which comes up in the story, because it's a thing.
Well, yeah, I mean, stuff like that is a thing. But, reduce stigma on it, I guess, is my goal. Because it's not
But
always...
it should, like, that's what I'm saying, though, is it should be. It should be...
Right.
There shouldn't be a stigma around that.
Yeah.
And if we acknowledge that one of the reasons why we need things like Planned Parenthood and programs in schools, sex education schools, like, we should also acknowledge that, like, it is possible for people to come down with sexually transmitted diseases, and they shouldn't necessarily be stigmatized either. They should be able to get health care.
Right.
And not be embarrassed, and make sure that they're containing the situation, rather than us being like, oh, you know, that person has a sexually transmitted disease, shame them.
Right.
And then people lie because they don't want to admit things, and then it makes the problem
And then
worse.
it's worse. Little things like changing a diaper, feeding, bouncing, reading a story, and anything else that you can to calm a baby is exhausting. But when you do get that happy little person in your hands and they calm down, just seem content with the world, just laying in your hands, it's everything. There really isn't anything in this world that I can compare it to. Well, that's good. I'm glad to hear it. That's always wonderful to hear.
Sorry about the conversation you came into.
Right,
It's
yeah,
completely
that
the
was
opposite vibe of what
Right,
what you're
right.
talking-
Just a little.
I feel the same way about drugs, and not just weed, but like
Right.
hard drugs too. If we legalize it, then it can be regulated. People are going to be able to go places and get help. Like, the first step is making sure, because people are going to shoot up anyway, right?
Right.
So the first step is to make sure that they can do it safely. Make sure that they aren't going to be overdosing. Make sure that they're not going to be, I don't know, smoking weed with another drug in it that kills you, because that was a
Right.
huge problem in BC before we legalized. And almost overnight it disappears, because now you can go to the government distillery, you can get something that's safe, something that's certified. The people who are selling that to you have a vested interest in making sure that it is clean and that you are healthy when you have it.
Right.
That it's not, and by clean I mean it's not cut with something else
Right.
that's deadly.
Yep.
And imagine if we did that with cocaine.
Right.
Imagine if we did that with heroin. And then once you have it regulated, you can help the addict, right? You
Right.
can help them because I know stories of people who have gotten addicted to drugs and tried to get help, and instead they're like,
Their
they're
lives
stigmatized,
are, yeah.
they're thrown in jail for
Mhm.
it. Like, our society has this idea that people who get addicted or people that hire prostitutes are somehow deviant, and
Right.
that's not true either.
Right.
That's a total, like, social construct that is not accurate to reality in any way. So the more we talk about these things, hopefully the more we open people's eyes and we change those things.
Absolutely. And it's such
And there are
it's
countries-
ridiculous too though how tiny of an issue these things are. Like, if you were actually measuring, like, why do we care about these things so much in the, like, scope of things? The world is, like, crashing and burning in, like, all kinds of ways,
Well,
and we give a fuck
there
about
are-
what drugs you use or, like, who you fuck. Like, I don't really
There are countries that have legalized drugs and it changed it, like, got rid of their crime problems within a decade. Like, that
Right.
there's scientific evidence of this.
Right.
This isn't me talking out my ass.
I just think it's just, you know, it's really dumb that we have to be fighting for this stuff right now. Nope.
I keep reaching over to this side to get my drink, but it's on this side
But it's
because
on the other side.
I have. You guys can't see it, but there's basically just a mess of cables over here. So
Oops, that's way too far. All right. Okay. We have an earring.
oh, I like that. Looks really good.
It might be the JTT bunny. How weird.
I mean,
It can't be that though, because apparently he's a real dickbag too. So.
is he? Wasn't he like Simba back in the day?
Yeah, he was.
Why does everybody have to turn out to be? This is why, like,
Right?
this is why I'm so careful. But like, when I watched Lucifer and I found out that Tom Ellis is like just an actual sweetheart in real life, I was like, thank fucking
Right?
God.
Right? For once.
Also, his voice, holy shit. But you know.
This bunny needs a name though, and then it needs colors. This just might be. It's under Moxie's. It's under Liz. My familiar, my character's familiars art. Like I didn't get a new Photoshop document
Good
out
jo-
for this.
good job. Good job.
I mean, Moxie is a fey creature familiar, right?
Yeah, you can change their form if you cast the spell again.
Right. So I could change her into this rabbit instead.
Yeah.
This is just
She would just have to stay as that rabbit until you got the
Until it
material
changed her
components
back.
to change her back.
Right.
It is Find Familiar is expensive at
Right.
all levels.
Yeah.
It's just one thing to be aware of.
That's okay. There's a spell that I think probably Wolf knows about it. I think you know about it because but nobody else in the campaign should know about the spell specifically, which spell it is that Kiona is taking for the next level. But I had discussed it with you previously. And I feel like probably Ghost talked to you about it at some point, but maybe not. Anyway.
What spell? Which spell?
The one that I was talking to you about Kiona taking because of her and Ephema spending time together.
You did tell me and I forgot what it was.
Let me.
No, I remember now.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
So, but it is a really expensive spell.
It is, yeah.
Like redonkulously expensive.
Let me just say, like, you're probably really glad that you didn't go wizard because wizards are like ultra expensive. You can basically learn any spell as a wizard, but you have to have like 1,000, or I guess it's 100 gold's worth of expensive ink and paper in order to like put it in your spell book. And it gets more expensive by level as well. So
Right.
it's like, it gets really pricey. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, I just I know that it's not going to be like you know what really gets me though is because of that it's going to be like I'm never going to cast it. Like it's just I really hope that the opportunity arises at some point that I just have to do it, but like
the higher the level you get, the more those expenses become somewhat more manageable.
yeah.
Low level in D&D is harsh, yo.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so I am reading the books that inspired the original like creation of D&D, the Dying Earth series by Jack Vance. I just started reading the second book, which is called Eyes of the Overworld, and it is fucking bonkers town. The main character is he was basically sent on a journey, and he's trying to get home. And he found this town that was in the mountains, and everybody talks about, it's called the Mountains of Magnance, and everyone talks about the Mountains of Magnance as if, like, everyone who goes there dies, right? So they're like, oh, Magnance lives there, he'll just murder you when you get there, and so imagine the main character's surprise when there's a whole village in the Mountains of Magnance. And they talk him into being the Watchman because they have to keep watch for Magnance even though they know Magnance will never come. But it turns out that that's because a wizard trapped Magnance, and if they ever stop keeping watch, Magnance will wake up and they never tell the character this, right? They just kind of trick him into being the Watchman. So when he escapes, they're like, holy fuck, Magnance is coming. And then Magnance does come, and it's like, I lowered the book and I was like, that just happened. It was so crazy. Like, all of the stuff that happens in those books is like that. It's so crazy. It's good, it's amazing, but holy shit.
Let's see. Moxie is blue. So I'm going to steal the color from there. That means I need to put an earring on Moxie in mouse and owl form too.
And you don't have to, but you could.
Continuity, yo.
I'm not gonna say no. I'm just saying it's your choice.
I really should.
Wolf
be
hasn't
using
said
a
anything
bigger
in like
brush.
20 years.
Right. What's up, Wolf? Speak.
All right.
You better be. I'm horribly offended.
No. This is just complicated because I legitimately cannot remember what hook size I used on this, so I'm guessing.
Yo, I
Is it
feel your
great?
pain.
Also, I finally found a thing where I told you about, that horn I made or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I was trying to figure out how to get it to go backwards because every pattern I found that had like horns on it, both of them, if there any curve, they would all curve the same way. So I'm like, that looks stupid because
Right.
they're just
Yeah,
the
you want to
same
mirror
thing.
it, eh?
Right. And so I was like, how the hell
What the fuck?
do you do that? And I finally found someone posted a picture of a hat they made that had crochet horns on it, and I was like, oh, this person figured out how to mirror the horns. And it turns out she said that she did it inside out, so I'm trying that now.
Oh.
But crocheting inside out is a little bit tricky.
Weird,
yeah, that's-
right?
See, that sounds like high level.
Right.
Well, it's more
crocheting right there.
fiddly because I'm trying to get my hook in, and it's just like, no.
You guys, I'm kind of proud of this bunny because it came all the way out of my head only.
I mean, yeah, it's super cute.
Super
Why
cute.
wouldn't you be proud of it?
Cause I generally have no creativity.
I disagree with you.
Don't agree that she generally has no creativity.
No, I
What?
said I disagree.
Oh, I thought you said I agree with you. I was
No.
like, what? Not
Look, I'm an
allowed.
asshole, but not that much of an asshole.
Oh my god. Yesterday on stream I did this really amazing prompt where it was
Shut
called
up.
the
I heard agree.
I did this prompt where it was character finds hedgehogs in their room.
That's
and
awesome.
I did this one. It was Robin's boyfriend Daniel finds the hedgehogs, and they're mechanical hedgehogs, but he doesn't know it. And he took them to Robin's room to get help because they're not allowed to have unapproved pets because they live on a spaceship, right?
Right. Makes sense.
And yeah, but he didn't realize that Domerin, who is like the big boss, he's like in charge of the whole company, not just the ship.
Right.
Was also in her room and overheard him talking about the hedgehogs. So he comes out and he's like, I don't remember approving any hamsters. And Daniel's like, no, they're hedgehogs. And Domerin just deadpan looks at him and is like, does that make them approved, Daniel? And it's so funny to me, I can't stop laughing about it.
Pretty par for the course between those two.
What was that?
So that's pretty par for the course between those two.
Well, Daniel thinks that Domerin hates him. Domerin doesn't hate him, he just kind of dislikes him, but I can see how he would make that mistake, given Domerin just doesn't emote very much.
Right.
He emotes in the privacy of his own brain, but he doesn't, like, express it.
Look at my pretty
Why can't I
Moxie with
get
the
my
purple
needle on
hair.
You know?
It's a bit like a Pokemon.
Okay, excuse me?
No, that's a compliment.
The only Pokemon in existence is Bulbasaurus.
That's right. Bulbasaurus is the
Oh,
best.
yeah, that's true.
Draw Bulbasaurus next.
Okay.
After you finish the bunny.
I'll finish the bunny first, but I will draw Bulbasaurus.
Flutter. Okay, here's what we'll do. Okay, do Bulbasaurus, but then I'll give you a Pokemon name, and you have to draw it based on what you think it is by its name.
Oh yeah, I want her to draw what Bulbasaurus looks like, yeah.
No, but I
Yeah.
actually know what Bulbasaurus looks like.
Yeah, but what does it look like in your brain, though?
It's the little turtle guy that has a plant on its back.
Yeah, but what does it look like in your brain, though?
Like that. Because I love him. Because he was the best. He was my favorite one. I know nothing
love
about the
him,
series,
But
really.
I refuse to give
I
him
will
his
say,
proper name.
I have played a little bit of Pokemon Go. And by a little bit, I mean a whole, like, you know...
Can we just tell you that
Hour,
our friend
cumulatively,
ATM
maybe.
Zero, aka Andrew, hates the fact that you call him Bulbasaurus.
Really?
Bulbasaur is his favorite too, and you misname him.
Oh.
To be fair, Pokemon Go is like Pokemon Super Light.
Right. But
I
that's
played
the
a
whole
lot of
thing,
that.
Is that what I'm saying though is that I just
know maybe 5. I will name all of the Pokemon that I know.
Okay.
I know Pikachu.
Uh-huh.
I know Raichu. I know Bulbasaur. I know Squirtle. I know Mew and Mewtwo. I know Snorlax. I know Jigglypuff.
Okay, I know Jigglypuff.
I know Geodude.
No.
I know Meowth.
I know that one, I think.
What's the one? Megacarp and Psyduck. I can think of no other Pokemon names.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
wait.
what's the Psyduck's
Isn't there like the
evolution?
Vulpin one?
Yes, there is.
I don't know. I
It's
don't
called-
know.
Vulpix. They're very...
Psyduck is Vulpix?
No, the Vulpin one is Vulpix.
Oh, is Vulpin the name of it? So I think
No,
I
it's
know
Vulp-
what, like 15 Pokemon, 14 Pokemon, and that's it. That's all I know. Clefairy.
Okay, well, you can reduce the amount of Pokemon you know to maybe... I can name them all. Bulbasaurus.
You can't.
Pikachu.
Oh my God. -1. Okay.
So I will say it this once. One time you will hear me say it. It's Bulbasaur. And I love him. Pikachu,
What about Charmander and Charizard?
Oh, I know Charmander! Or,
You
One of the
forgot
Chars.
the middle one though.
Charizard.
I don't know what they start as or end as. I just know one name for any of them specifically. I know the
I
cat
don't
one
know
that
any
you
of the
said.
evolutions either. Meowth.
Yeah, that's the one that's like a humanoid cat. No, wait, is that a character?
Yeah, he's the one.
he's a
the
weird.
one that Team Rocket's
Yeah.
pet.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Jigglypuff.
But what does it evolve into?
I don't
I
fucking know.
have no fucking clue. If you know that, you know way more about Pokemon than either of us. Let me tell you. I
Right.
know
So those are the
Pikachu
ones I
turns
know.
into Raichu,
Those are the
and
ones I
that's,
know.
like,
I'm pretty sure
it.
that's it.
Snorlax. You gotta know Snorlax.
I don't know.
Oh, but Snorlax is the cutest.
Okay.
He's the big.
He's
He's
the
kind of looks
sleepy
like
one,
kind
yeah.
of looks like Totoro.
Oh,
He's the
okay.
big,
Oh, yeah, yeah. All right.
snory,
I
sleepy
got you.
guy.
I got you. I see.
Done this horribly wrong? No. Listen up, here's a story about a little guy who lives in a blue world. And all day and all night, and everything he sees is just blue. Him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And
I don't know all the
every-
words to this one. I know the song, but
I
I don't know
lost-
all
I
the
lost the
words.
thread.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. I love this song even more because they did a Blues Clues version.
Oh, yeah.
Also, most of the words are gibberish.
Really just want you to be the right shape. There we go.
Now you know 90% of the lyrics to this song.
And a little silver. I still have a thing against gold.
It is an inferior color.
Yeah. I like yellow better now though.
Yellow is the worst though. It's so obnoxious.
It is very obnoxious, but I'm beginning to really love obnoxious, so.
Well, to each their own. Who are the people here who walk around? Who are the words that saying what I think? Blue are the feelings that live inside me.
Nope. There we go. Okay, a little bit of dropsy shadows in here.
Sorry guys, I'm right near the top edge, so it's getting really hard to show you guys what I'm doing.
Whatever, you're fine. No worries, yo.
No, okay, I just accidentally pulled out a stitch. Lol.
Okay. I do like the music, but this one's a little bit too low key. See how this one goes. Little rabbit.
My needle does not want to go in here.
This song just feels like I'm like contemplating something existential, and I'm not in for that right now. We might need to change the station. Let's get it lifted up a little bit in here. Megan's making me want to dance.
Sorry, I mean, this song is very boppy.
What does this do? Rebellious rock. Let's see what this does.
Heck yeah.
Oh no. Okay. You say, careful how far you get with that drum there.
Oh hey, it's playing I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys.
I want it that way. Tell me why.
Desire. When I say
I don't think that's it. Alright,
I
let's do this.
want it that way. This is gonna be really hard to tie off, but I literally need only 2 more stitches out of it.
Zero.
Want it that way. Tell
Do
me
you not
why.
like that song, Zero?
No lie, when I was in was it middle school, yeah, they did like a middle school like grad night or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I went to a
Excuse me,
let's just say I went to a religious middle school,
Mm.
and they sent us to. We didn't get to go to like Disney grad night. We went to SeaWorld grad night for some reason
Why wouldn't you go to Disney grad night? How is okay?
because our school was again I don't know whatever, but the Backstreet Boys did do a concert there, and I think that was before they got really big though.
I knew did you know that T Swift came to our street fair before she got big?
What? Shit,
Yeah.
dude. No, I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah.
know that.
No, she was totally there. She was there
Best
at the
street
end of the
fair,
street
though.
near where my Gram's house was.
That's amazing.
I remember her clear as day because I remember standing there and watching her and be like, man, she's fucking great. And like that long fucking hair of hers, and like she had that style when she first got in there. It was 100% her. Her little backing band.
Cool.
Because she traveled through a bunch of fairs and stuff around that area right before she went like supernova.
That's so cool.
It is. I just wish I'd really kind of actually stopped to take a look. Like, I did.
Yeah.
I stood there and listened to her for a while, but like, I wasn't like, I mean, I thought she was great, but like, you know how you do when you're in those kinds of places? You're like, cool, all right, yeah.
Yeah, this will never go anywhere. It's just the Steelsgrove Street Fair.
Right, exactly. So you don't really think of it as like anything that could possibly be. Although I think Hootie and the Blowfish actually performed there once too, like when they were like dead days. Like, it's crazy the stuff that our town did that we just had no idea. Like we
I
were
know,
just
'cause we were in the middle of fucking nowhere.
right. You get these like headliners that nobody cares about anymore.
I'm gonna do some black.
Excuse me, my goodness. Oh, that wine's still in my throat. I think Rabbit Moxie is done.
Okay, it's Bulbasaur time then. And then Wolf is gonna tell you a Pokemon and you have to draw what you think it is.
Okay. I'm gonna get a different pad out for that, but say goodbye to Moxie.
Ooh, I like the song.
Doesn't she look fabulous, you guys?
She does.
Yeah. I'm happy with her. Alright, let's do this.
I like how I keep saying, ooh, I love this song. I put all of the songs
I was gonna
on
say,
this list.
you
I
love all
literally
the songs.
can't. I literally can't play anything that I hate. Except fucking Jack and Diane. I'm not feeling that song tonight. I don't hate that song though, I guess. I should quantify.
I don't know. I don't know what to do here because they're all too big. Alright, whatever. Let's go with that.
So baby, take my hand, it'll be alright.
Alright. This is way too big. Hold on, let me get a smaller canvas. Hold on.
Oh, you should start with a bigger size brush this time.
I will, but that's still way too big of a canvas.
Oh, Wolf, did you ever say what you thought about the end of that book? Did you like it? Was it good?
What? Which book? Your book?
Mine, yeah.
Yeah. No, it
Fine.
sucked. What do you think? I mean,
Find any major problems with it?
other than the fact that like my heart hurt, yeah. I mean, fine.
You even knew it was coming in this.
I did. I
We
did.
talked about some of it ahead of time.
Which is hilarious. Well, yeah, but I also knew because, like, that was part of the stuff we did. So
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
yeah, but
We roleplayed it out, and then I turned it into a novel, you guys.
yeah, my god.
Oh my god.
All right.
No, I liked there was some really good descriptions and
Some really good limb severance.
yeah, character tensions.
Thank you so much for that follow, Cowpoker. How are you tonight? I appreciate everything.
Ah.
You tore through that book too. I just sent that out a couple weeks ago.
I can't. Once I start, I just have to start. Because once I start, I can't stop myself.
It's working. My evil plan to make you.
Thank you for the
enjoy
follow,
my book.
Universal Discourse.
No.
Hi.
Because
Hi,
you know I beta
Cowpoke,
read
how
for
are
you because I really hate books. So
Yeah.
That is a really cute, daft little
No, but I
pug
want
you
you
got
to
there.
specifically love my books so that you'll read all of them and tell me
That's
what you
too
think.
big. That means the canvas needs to be bigger, right?
And occasionally cry.
All right.
Yeah.
Then the canvas needs to be bigger.
well,
You said it was too big before.
I know, but apparently when you use a bigger thickness of paintbrush, then you need a bigger canvas.
make sure to
Anyway,
be careful
you
about
can
the thickness.
just, yeah, you
You
can
were
just.
saying, whoop, you were saying the
What was I saying?
thickness came up.
I think what I was.
What have I done already? It was something book related. I already got a knot in this, you guys. I haven't even done a full stitch yet. Fixed it.
I'm still using a tiny. All right, this seems fair. All right, Bulbasaurus. Your stream is a Twitch Goodwill tour stop. We run every Friday to support small streamers in all categories. Oh, well, thank you.
Oh my
That's
goodness.
really cool.
Thank you so much, Universal Discourse. Hello.
Yeah, hi.
She's going to draw her favorite Pokemon, Bulbasaurus.
Basically, someone who really doesn't know
gosh.
anything.
Universal
Pokemon.
Discourse.
What? Oh my gosh, thank you so much for that cheer. Oh my gosh. You are so cool. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Yes, I'm drawing Bulbasaurus because I know zero about... Listen, I know the actual name of the Pokemon, but I've said it once this stream and I will ne'er say it, ne'er shall say it again.
You should add that as a redeem.
Oh, say it. Oh, I should make that a bits redeem, man.
Say
Yeah, but
the-
it should be like 10. It should be like 10,000 channel points to make
Right.
it.
It was the best Pokemon, right? Oh, he was so cool. See, Cal Parker doesn't know any reason why Bulbasaurus is wrong. So, so this is gonna be my interpretation of that Pokemon, if I can. Okay, I have to start with its back because that's the only thing I can really remember is the plant thing on its back. This is gonna be way too big. See.
It's gonna be fine.
Don't
You can
second
put it
guess
down
yourself.
later.
Just-
Hold on, it's Oh
You
no.
should do your like stream spiel so that people know who you are.
Oh, thank you. Hi. Hi. Hi, I'm Flutter Dye. I'm a hot mess.
She's amazing. Don't listen to her.
I'm a variety streamer. I do mostly games at the moment, but I'm going to branch more into creativity streams in coming weeks and months, hopefully. I have some cosplay costumes to finish, some to start, some to that I've got floating around in my head that I need to make from scratch. And I've got like all kinds of like other art projects, painting, and I'm gonna do some wood burning and see how that goes. And like all kinds of stuff. But anyway, see, I'm a hot mess. So that's basically it. Thank you so much for hanging out and following and throwing bits at us. I really appreciate it.
Hi, I am Flutter's best friend since 7th grade. Starborn Striker, aka Megan Cutler. I'm a science fiction and fantasy author.
Oh yeah, do the thing.
You can find my books on Amazon under Megan Cutler, or you can go to megancutler.net. You can get, if you sign up for my newsletter, you get 2 free books, 2 free novellas, I should say, and you can read a bunch of free stuff. I stream.
There we go.
Thank you.
I wasn't sure what I had it under.
I stream during the weekdays. I do co-writing and productivity streams, and I'm starting a new novel on Tuesday on stream. We have outlined and world built the entire novel on stream, and we will be writing the first 2 scenes on Tuesday at some point.
Okay, all right, that's pretty good.
Woof, it's
that's
your
pretty
turn.
good.
It's your turn.
Yeah, Woof,
Who are you?
do your spiel.
It's Woof.
This is our friend Woof. He doesn't like to talk. He's amazing. He streams very occasionally. Check him out.
Yeah, I think my last stream was like.
I think you hit affiliate and then literally never streamed again.
Right,
Look,
pretty much.
Like you were afraid that people would subscribe to you.
Yes, kind of.
Too bad I'm subscribed to you. I have been
No,
since you hit affiliate.
why?
And
I'm pretty sure Ghost is too.
You don't have to do that though. It's not.
People want to do that. It's their choice.
Right, exactly.
To support you. We also do crafts, but mainly my community is musicians, scholars, and writers. That's awesome! Universal
Amazing.
Discourse. We'll have to check you out.
Right, absolutely.
Open your
We
profile
love those
literally
types of
right
people.
now.
Fantastic. Ooh, scholars. That's sexy. Sorry. I will disclose this ahead of time. Everything is sexy to me. So just.
Oh, Universal Discourse is live right now. I'm gonna follow.
Oh, fantastic.
Unmute me.
A writer's workshop every week just launched tonight. Fantastic.
Really cool.
Oh my gosh, Universal Discourse, your channel is super chill. Oh, I love the little kitty.
Maybe what my problem is.
That's
here.
super awesome. I'll have to remember that next Friday. I've touched my screen and now I've forgotten where my stuff is.
No, they can't be all perfectly in between like that. There we go. Ooh, I kind of like that, but no.
Oh gosh, I just almost spilled my gin tea everywhere. That would have been fun. At least it's easy to tell where the black goes, because I've basically, if you guys can see, I've basically left all the black for last, because there's so little of it, so all these little notches are where the black goes.
I really have no idea what I'm doing here. I really feel like this is a bad idea.
I
to
mean, you're
start
making
with.
Bulbasaurus! It's
This
fine!
is fine.
I don't see anything wrong with what you've drawn so far. especially since you're drawing it from memory.
Yeah, like legit. Like this one is. I don't remember if he has. I think he has like a.
When you're done with this, we have to save it and send it to Andrew.
Oh my gosh.
No, don't upset Andrew more than you need.
Oh, you're drawing him a cute Bulbasaur. Sorry, Bulbasaurus.
Exactly. I don't know. Wait, this can't be right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Looks
When
great.
was the last time you saw anything remotely Pokemon related?
Like I did play Pokemon Go a couple days ago.
Did you have a Bulbasaurus?
No. I haven't seen
When
a
was the
I
last
haven't
time you
seen a
saw a
Bulbasaurus in
I would
print.
friend you, but I haven't played that game in like a
Yeah.
year. Actually, you would be happy.
Do you remember
though.
that our friend used to draw, like when we were in choir in high school, she used to draw Bulbasaurus on me? Like in ink pen, and then the gel pens? I loved
remember
her. She was such a good artist.
I haven't heard from her in so long.
I talked to her a couple years ago, but it's been a while.
Good.
It looks just like Bulbasaurus! Yeah, Cowpoker!
It does. I mean, so far it does. I'm just saying, don't be too hard on yourself. It's been literally like a decade since you saw a Bulbasaur.
Yeah. Y'all be excellent. We need more crafters in the world. What is... Okay. Good luck, have fun. Yeah! Alright, cool. It took me a minute to figure out what that meant.
Thank you so much for stopping by.
I do really
Universal Store.
appreciate it. You guys are
And,
amazing. Thank you.
We'll be sure to visit you next Friday as well and see,
Yeah.
and see who else is on the tour.
I'm really not good at one smooth line, you guys. This is my problem, really.
Oh, neither am I.
I learned in my I had a I had an art class in college that was actually it was for costumes. It was like costume design. But we did we had nude portraits for practicing body lines and stuff. And I remember her being like the teacher just being like, no, stop picking up your pencil and doing 100,000 little tiny lines and just do one
really?
line. Yeah, just like trust
I've
that you
never
know how
been
to do
able-
what line you want. Like,
God, I've never trusted that I know anything about the line that I want.
right? And so like I got pretty okay with doing it for a while like that. And digital art is very much like that though, because you have this line. Like it just makes a perfect line, you know what I mean? It's not like when we used to do like the sketching and stuff, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
It's
I
quite
have to
different
like
than drawing with a pencil.
right. So
for
I have to
sure.
like I can't like this whole thing is just all right. Hold on. See if I can do it in one line. There are like 800 lines there. See, but I can't. It gets all wonky. Do. It's okay. I'm just gonna do it so many times until I like it. This is the
That's
other
what
way.
I.
This
Honestly,
is the other
that's
way.
what
How
I do. Is I just keep doing. I just keep hitting Control Z until it looks the way I want it to look.
Yep. They always get like to the end okay, and then the last like quarter of them is terrible. If I get one that's pretty decent all the way through, I'll just erase the last end and do it.
My husband is at a D&D session right now, so
Ooh. Which
they-
game?
D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, with his staff.
Yeah, I meant which. Yes,
Friends.
that's the one. No. I know.
I wasn't sure if you meant
D&D.
like which system are they using?
No,
or-
the just the game in general.
They're doing a module. I think it's Tomb of Annihilation.
Oh.
and they just moved to every other Friday night from Mondays during the summer because teachers.
Right.
So they started at 6:30 and it's now almost 10. So that's gonna be.
Oh, it's gonna be late night.
I wonder how it's gone.
Right. Well, you know how that stuff lasts forever, so.
Oh yeah. Well, and they don't have to be to work tomorrow.
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
it'll mostly depend on one of the guys has kids, so it depends on if the wife needs him home for bedtime or not.
Right. Is that Mr. Roboto?
Yeah. His wife is super awesome. She does D&D too, but not this particular D&D game. I think she's doing a druid actually in her game. She just sort of
Nice.
got into this kind of stuff. But yeah, she handles the bedtime when he's away, and some nights it just doesn't work out.
My canvas isn't big enough.
Can't you expand it?
I don't know if I can on the iPad version. You know what? I can just do this though. Yeah. Fixed.
There you go. Somebody's driving their car real fast out there.
Yeah. That's the thing about living like off a road.
This is like more in the city than I have lived in quite a long time actually. So like
You get used to it after a while.
Yeah.
I live down the street from a bunch of hospitals, so we get a lot of the ambulances, but at this point, I don't even hear it anymore.
right. Well, I hear sirens every now and then, but it's not as bad as you would think it would be in Vegas. So
Yeah.
It was like that when we lived in Toronto. We lived off a major street,
Right.
and it wasn't too, unless it was like the middle of the night and you were trying to sleep and there was no other sound.
right.
Hence one of the reasons why I sleep with white noise. But
Yeah, it doesn't bother me actually. I feel fairly insulated here, so.
do you hear like the other people in the apartment building?
Sometimes. Nothing super offensive. I can hear them pretty decently clear every now and then, but like when the AC is running, which is most of the time because it's like 110 degrees here all the time.
Yeah.
And like generally they're pretty quiet actually.
See, I guess I was spoiled because when we lived in Toronto, we lived in a really old building and it had really, really thick concrete walls, and we never heard our neighbors.
Right.
Like, ever. And now we live in a house, but we rent out the basement, and there are days when I feel like I can just hear everything that the boys downstairs are doing. And sometimes it's not necessarily their fault, because the vents are such that their voices will just carry through the vents, and if they're just like the other day they were watching a TV show and I could hear the TV show through the vent in my office, but nowhere else in the house.
Oh yeah.
So they obviously didn't have it loud. It was
Right.
just located in a place where I could
right.
hear it. But yeah, every now and then I could just hear like everything they say, and I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah, that's not now what does this fucker look like actually? Okay. He's got like these big arms. This is gonna be really bad actually. Hold on. I don't remember what his head looks like.
Hang on, I'm gonna Google Bulbasaur.
He's gonna end up having like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle head because I don't remember what his head looks like.
Aw, he's cuter than I remember.
He's super cute though. He's like the best.
Oh, you can get Bulbasaur Planter. That's so cute. Oh, he becomes Venusaur. Dang. Bulbasaur is the cutest though, like, let's be honest.
Nope. It's this. That can't be it. He's got great big eyes though, right?
Well, he's got anime eyes, so by default, yes.
Like back, sort of. And then this must come down further around him this way or something. And then there's feet somewhere in here.
He's got feet somewhere. Somewhere he's got feet.
That's not right. He should be. Does he have a shell under the plant? He does have
That
a
looks
shell
perfect.
under the
You're
plant.
doing really good.
Well, I was gonna say you could just Google.
Oh, you know
Bulbasaur,
what?
but
I'm
maybe
not.
that's
The whole
cheating.
idea is that I do this
Do
from
not
memory.
It has to be from memory.
All right, hold on. I'm gonna kind of restart on this because I think I finally made the. I'm trying to do things too stacked here. Hold on. I'm just gonna get rid of all of this and move it all to where I think it should be. Hold on. I think I was doing better before. But does he have then? Is that the shell? I think that must be the shell. But is it that big? Maybe he's sideways. Is this sideways Bulbasaur? I feel
I
like...
mean, you could draw him side. He does look sideways sometimes.
But what if I did it like this? Here. Made his little face here.
So our good friend Jay Chili, he was doing a Pokemon stream and he has stream loose cards where people can basically make you like send the Pokemon away, right? So that you don't have them anymore.
Right.
You basically send them to like the lab or whatever. And so people were joking around with getting with naming a Pokemon a specific thing and then getting rid of that Pokemon and then making it like that name the second or whatever.
Oh my gosh.
And somebody played a card and the next Pokemon that Joe found was a Bulbasaur, and he looked at the camera and he was like, "You guys cannot tell Dad that you made me trash a Bulbasaur." Because it's his favorite Pokemon!
Look, I can draw one half of his face because this eye doesn't hate me, but this eye over here hates me.
I want you to, when you're finished drawing it, I want you to look up what Bulbasaur looks like and put them side by side.
This is gonna be because I know this isn't at all what Bulbasaur looks like.
a snack
feel like-
soon.
And then there's these. Hold on. Just
My world to
do this.
lift you up. I could change my life to better suit you. We sang this song in fucking chorus.
Cause you're so smooth. And it's just like the
Like
ocean,
the ocean
under the moon. And it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got that kind of loving that can be so smooth, yeah. Give me your heart, make it real, or else forget about it. Do. I love that song. That song's so fucking good.
We sang it in
I know.
chorus in high
I was
school.
there. I had to play trombone for it. Thanks for that painful
Oh,
memory.
Shit, I forgot that you had to play the trombone.
I hated that instrument so much.
I know you did.
This is so bad. I remember Bulbasaur having these, like, these... God damn, I don't remember this thing at all.
Man, this is giving me Crescent vibes, this song.
Which one is that?
Smooth. And it's just like the ocean under the moon. Well, it's the same as the emotion that I get from you. You got the kind of love that can be so smooth, yeah. Give me your heart, make it real,
or else forget about it. Let's don't forget about it now. I know you're not there yet. It's fine.
It's fine. You're good. It's all good. I'm not gonna be able to get all the black out of this
I, like,
strand.
have
This
this
is
little-
very
Hold on.
disheartening.
Why does he have that? No, that
This is
definitely like
wrong.
sits on top of his shell though, doesn't it? Yeah. Sits like this on top of his shell.
That's definitely not in the right spot. Remember that time when you were doing cosplay when we came to visit you and you had sewn the collar wrong and you needed to tear out the stitches and you were like, I cannot, and I was like, it's fine. Give me give me a stitch ripper and some time.
yeah.
And I just pulled out all the stitches for you.
Yep. I do remember. That was when I was doing the Beauty and the Beast, the Belle cosplay. Cause
I'm
that
really
was
good with
the
that
cloak.
kind of fiddly stuff. Yeah, yeah, and you just wanted to
Yeah.
you wanted to sew it a different way, and you were just like, I cannot stand the idea of ripping out the stitches, and I was like, I got this.
Right.
This is what I was born for. Monotonous fiddly task? I got you.
All right. This is officially how
See if I
Bulbasaur
can
is
actually
gonna be.
get this in the right
because-
spot now. So, 1, 2. So we're in line with that. So big. This town.
This is so bad. I know it is. Like, this is how. He was way cuter than this is not. He has like little things that come off of his thing, like this, and he's got like little things on his flowers. And this is all like leaves, and it's
I
cute.
think it was just one behind. Actually, I think it goes here. Heavenly sky, you got a heart so big it could crush this town. Hold on forever, even walls fall down. Not necessarily a Crescent vibe. Don't think he has a heart so big it could crush this town.
No.
Many excellent features, but he holds his heart close to his sleeve, that boy.
Mm-hmm.
I got it in the right spot that time. You got a heart so big it could crush this
G Chili!
town. G Chili! Am I making a bongo? No, I'm doing a cross stitch, and this is what it's gonna look like. Hang on.
Can you guess what I'm drawing, J Chili?
This is what it's gonna look like when it's done. We're working on this tree right here.
That is cross stitching. Megan is doing, and Wolf is
I'm
doing
cross-stitching,
crocheting. Crocheting. Yes.
And Flutter is drawing her favorite Pokemon.
This is Bulbasaurus. Because I can't remember what Bulbasaurus actually looks like.
A badass flower crown. She's drawing a Pokemon that she hasn't seen in 15 years.
At least. No, those are not the eyebrows.
We're gonna send it to Dad when she's done, because we know that he loves Bulbasaur.
See, but he should have like more of that.
It's a Bulbapoo.
You're making a horn, eh?
Yeah, but I don't know if it's actually doing what I want it to do.
So you're gonna end up with like 3 left
So
horns and
this
no right
is
horns.
I made this a long while ago, and I'm trying to figure out how to mirror it instead of make a copy of it. So
Just shocked that there aren't like mirrored patterns.
yeah, I have not been able to find like a single one. It makes no sense to me.
Right? That doesn't make any sense to me either. Too small.
I still think it's too early to tell which way it's going to bend.
You did say you were doing it inside out, which I imagine is difficult.
Right.
I also tried at one point to do it backwards. I tried to do the pattern and I took everything and did it backwards, and that did not work.
That's the first thing I would have tried too.
Oh, thank
Yeah.
you, J Chili. I appreciate that you're proud of us.
Joe, how was your stream?
Oh yeah, how was your stream, yo? Nope. Too many.
Nice. I'm glad. How would you think about Amnesia at the end, Joe?
Oh, Amnesia. That sounds like
Was
a
that the
fun
new?
game.
Was that the new Amnesia? The one that I've seen?
No, he was playing the original.
Oh, okay. I've seen that one too, but I don't remember the ending. I don't know if I've seen the ending of that one actually. I think I've just seen the middle of it.
Oh yeah.
I really wanted to give him hulking shoulders, but I don't know how that's possible under the shell. Maybe the shell's too big. Maybe he's too small.
Also, yeah, you should play Justine. Justine's also good.
You should have like big hulking shoulders like that. Maybe his face is actually this big? That can't be though. Is it? Maybe that looks better. I don't know.
I asked you to consider something.
Who are you
Are you
asking?
maybe you?
Oh.
Are you maybe thinking of Squirtle?
Don't you mean Kurt the Squirty Turtle?
Right, but Bulbasaurus has this big plant thing on his back.
He does, yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
But maybe it's because maybe that's the reason.
It has a lot of good things, but yeah, I can see where that comes from. I think it's really like this small indie game that just kind of really blew up because of people screaming on YouTube.
Hang on, Ghost just got home.
Oh, Ghost!
Oh no! Lock the door, don't let him in. Oh, it's just. I guess he has a key.
Right. So maybe Bulbasaur is actually up here.
What'd you do? You erased it all.
I erased him.
This is not for
All right,
posterity.
all
This
right.
is just to see.
Hold
Look,
on.
okay.
Look,
You have
hold on.
another
I'll
like
just...
3 minutes. Three minutes.
Okay,
left,
all
and
right. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just duplicate this layer and then erase that
Hang on.
one.
I'm gonna put a timer on.
No, you can't do this to me.
Too late.
No, duplicate this.
Look, you have ADHD. That means that you work good on deadlines.
Okay, all right. But I think that this is wrong.
My husband has left like 50 apps open on my iPad.
Okay, you have 3 minutes.
No.
What?
minutes,
Do you have
finish.
3 minutes for?
To
I
finish.
gave Flutter a time limit. She gets 3 more minutes to finish this.
She erased some of it.
I know.
I kept it in another layer if I don't. All right, 3 minutes. Look, it's okay. I think he's actually here.
Yeah. There's some games that even borrow like the same little hand grabby animation and stuff like that. And that idea of like I think it was one of the first ones that really said like you don't get a weapon, like you just have your only power is like to run away and hide. So
I think he's got a pointy little fucking face, which means he has to be sideways, which doesn't work.
He has a pointy little fucking face. You heard it here first. Trying to put my iPad away while navigating the massive cords on my freaking desk.
Too big. See, how does he have arms this big? I know he's got arms this big. I just remember him having these ginormous arms.
Again, are you sure you're not thinking of Squirtle?
No! I think I've seen Squirtle more recently, so that's an issue.
Squirtle's getting in my brain. I don't think I can get any more space out
No,
of this, so I'm gonna tie
Bulbasaur
this up.
has these.
and get his
Bulbasaur
thing
has these big hulking fucking arms, though, doesn't he?
You know, for weightlifting?
I don't know, because he carries a giant fucking plant on his back.
Please somebody clip that and send it to Dad.
Yeah, Laser Fear is amazing. I can't play it, but I've seen people play it.
I liked the first one. I never watched Scary Game Squad play the end of the second one because I hated it. I never found out what the story was because it was too. It seemed obvious to me what happened, and I was just like,
How much time do I have on my timer?
32 seconds.
Jesus.
Come on, go.
This is not it!
time limit. This is supposed to be a chill stream. Why do we have time limits now?
Because otherwise she'll spend 4 hours.
Wait, did I just...
We have ADHD. She works well and it's on a deadline. You have
That's true,
13 seconds.
I guess that's true.
I'm sorry for this. This is not it. It's not.
All right, that's your time. That's it.
Hold
That's
on.
Bulbasaur.
Okay, now Google Bulbasaur and put them side by side.
This is so bad. This is gonna be so bad.
Hey, Ghost Pepper.
I spelled it
You
wrong.
need to slow it. Show it on screen.
No.
Do it. I need the side-by-side
Could
comparison.
it be that you were combining Bulbasaur and Squirtle? in
Yes,
your brain?
probably I was.
Just wanted to give a big honk in arms. Me too, J Chili. Me too.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Let me see how I can get. Oh god,
Missed
this is
that one.
so bad. This is so bad. Alright, listen. I need. Alright, let me just.
It's a Bulbapoop, Ghost Pepper.
This is. This is actual.
Reaction.
Uh,
Love your reaction.
oh no.
What is
Like,
even-
that's not really that bad.
I really
It's
feel
really
like.
not.
I really feel like I had the right general idea, okay? I just
So you tried to
I
give it- now
legitimately
Squirtle.
have not
Now
seen a
look up
picture
Squirtle.
of this thing for like 15 years.
Now look up Squirtle because I'm pretty sure you gave him Squirtle's shell and were trying to give him
And
Squirtle's
kind of his
arm.
face, too, actually.
Oh my god. Hold on.
I'm pretty sure you were trying to draw Squirtle with the Bulbasaur bulb on his back.
Oh
I
my
am so
god, I
bad.
really was,
That's
wasn't
bad.
I? That's
You
so
were.
bad.
That's what I kept saying. I kept trying to give you hints, and you're like,
Listen-
"No, I know Squirtle."
Right, but I did. That's the thing is, though, I have seen Squirtle more recently. This is so bad.
It's kind of a bootleg-looking Bulba. Yeah, bootleg Bulba. It's Bulbasaurus. Two strands is two strands. Excellent.
Oh my god.
Look at them big honking arms.
It's just what I'm saying. I just had this image in my head. I just don't even know what I can do right now. Clearly my memory of Bulbasaurus are incorrect. I need another bottle of wine.
Up with your recollection.
The squirty turtle.
All right.
Well,
Woof.
Wolf said he'd
Woof
said
is
he'd
gonna
give
come
you
up
a
with-
name of a Pokemon,
Right.
and then you have to draw it, what you think it looks like.
Yeah, I'm picking one that Flutter will not know. That's gonna be weird because I want to see what you'll.
Great. All right.
Plus, because I
you-
want you to see that
Tell
this
us
thing.
tell us
Oh.
what it is so that I can Google it and know what
Okay.
Pokemon it is.
All right, unless chat has a better suggestion, I'm going to. Okay, it's called Probopass.
What? That's a fucking Pokemon?
Yes.
Come on, give me something that's like at least like something. Like, what is Probopass?
That's
Hang
the
on.
point. You have to come up with what you think it is. What comes to mind?
Is that how you spell it? What? How do you spell it?
Probo. Pass.
Go
Like
get your
PASS?
wine. Are you
Yeah,
going to get
Okay,
PASS.
yeah, I'm gonna go with my
Going to
wine.
get more
I'll be right
wine?
back.
Robopass?
You need to look it up. Google search it.
Oh my god. Okay, alright. She is not gonna draw that.
I mean, I could give her one that's a little bit more descriptive.
No. I want to see what she comes up with for this. Also, why is this a Pokemon? What the
I don't know. They
fuck?
ran out of ideas.
What generation is this from?
I don't even know. That was after my time.
Thanks.
I only know about it because of Pokemon Go. I think it's in Pokemon Go.
Right, because
Alright,
there are
I'm
some
gonna
weird ones in
get
it.
a snack.
Alright, my iPad only has like 30% battery and it's plugged in, but it's plugged into the HDMI cable, so I can't like put battery on it.
Yeah, I think my last. No, I played one of them on the Nintendo DS. I can't remember what it was, like silver or something. That was my last like Pokemon game. Oh.
I've only played, like I said, Pokemon Go. It's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing.
This might actually work. I think this is actually doing what I wanted to do.
He wasn't holding a shell with his vines. He had a shell, and on the shell was a plant. I'm sorry, there was a shell because I forgot
To be
that
fair,
Bulbasaur
there
didn't have a
is this
shell
little,
too.
There's this little website that I think actually takes two Pokemon and it will like smush them together. So that's not an unknown thing.
All right, well, I did it first. No, clearly. All right. So what is this Probopass?
Yeah, PRBO.
Wait, PRBO?
PROBO
Okay.
PASS.
All right. So first we start with in Flutter's head. This is how the dissemination of what this thing looks like goes. We break down the word.
Okay.
Clearly, it's a robot.
That's not a bad way to go.
It's a robot. It's a purple robot because it's got a P in front of the robo part. Because I don't know what else that could be. It could be a pussy bot.
This
Like a
is a
pussycat
genre for
bot.
children.
Like a cat bot. I don't know though, so I'm gonna go with purple. But with the pass part is what catches you. Like, what is it supposed to be? Like a pass? Like
Right.
there are like two kinds of pass in my head.
I will
and,
give you
like,
one small hint. This is an evolution because the unevolved version, the name is too descriptive and you would kind of get it. Ghost, I picked this one on purpose because I want Flutter to see what it is at the end, and we both know that she's not gonna get it. 'Cause It's
Is
so
that fair
it's
though?
so
Is this supposed to be a like Flutter thinks that this is legit the Pokemon, or this is just what Flutter comes up with when she hears something like
no,
this?
it's just what you come up with. This is not making fun of you.
All right. All right.
This is when the Pokemon creators started taking a lot of crack. So
Okay, Probo. Well, that's okay. Probopass is probably a crack robot. Okay. Oh god.
actually, you know what? Okay, there's another clue for you. A crack robot with this Pokemon is probably not that out of reach.
Wait, did you already give her another clue that I missed?
I said the other clue was this is an evolution because the unevolved version's name would probably give away too much.
Oh.
All right, so we have a crackhead cat robot, is what I'm seeing. It's what.
Did you look it up, Ghost? It's crazy. I don't even know what to say about it.
All right, here we go. This is happening.
Back in my day, we had Pikachus and Squirtles.
No, hold on.
No, but someday someone's gonna be like, back in my day we had Probopass.
Yeah.
Back in my day we had Probopass.
My biggest issue with Pokemon, maybe this is an issue, is that I know for a fact that for every Pokemon, every stupid one out there and whatever, it's someone's favorite.
No one's favorite is Probopass.
No, I was gonna say
No one's
there's no
favorite.
way that this is at all what I'm gonna. All right. All right, we're sticking with the critters. I don't know. Really, in my
That's not
head, this
reality.
looks like the
Go with your
dude from the
gut.
one TV show that I don't also watch that has the hair like this hair.
Like anime?
Like there's a TV show with this guy, with a science guy that.
It looks like a Maple Leaf. It's Canada
Ancient
Man.
Alien. Oh, you mean Rick and Morty?
Yes, thank you, Rick. She got it. She knew what I was trying to do.
What she was trying to do.
It's like Pictionary. It's like Pictionary. We could, you know what? That's another thing. If you want to do game night, you could do digital Pictionary probably.
That would be fun, actually.
Ghost says like the whole Pokemon franchise is amazing, but I can't get behind most of the ones after
Alright.
the original 51.
Yeah.
I mean, they flew too close to the sun. There are too many Pokemon now. They ran out of cute ideas.
I think they kind of did. Yeah, there's some really weird ones.
And then they were like, let's get high and see what comes out of our, brains / fingers.
Actually, this should go out this way. That makes it worse.
Do you
Alright.
get Ghost Pepper?
I asked him and he said they survived.
Oh, well, that's good.
He had like 1,000,000 tabs open on my iPad, and one of them was invisibility. Hope I'm not crunching too much.
You're
Oh,
fine.
how
Oh,
did you
we can't
troll?
hear
How
you.
did you troll your DM, who I happen to know but won't say his name in case I'm not supposed to? Tell us the story. Mr. Roboto wild-shaped into a giant spider that attempted to stealth down a corridor that his giant spider body entirely filled, and he rolled it at 20!
That
Alright, that's
sounds
one
beautiful.
of those I wish
Amazing.
that this hadn't happened kind
Right.
of moments, but okay.
That's so funny. Alright, hold on. I just don't know how to draw this without it looking really terrible, so it's gonna look really terrible, you guys.
So the DM was like, okay, so this giant fucking spider is just stealthing down a 10-foot wide corridor, okay. Best D&D moments.
This is really... Keep it simple. This is what the name of the game right now is.
I like yours better, actually.
Maybe the Pokemon people should hire me.
Then we killed one Petrofolk by pushing him into a fire, and he said you could smell its flesh cooking, so I asked if it smelled like roast chicken. He told me to roll perception, I rolled a 20, oh no.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god, you guys were killing it tonight, it sounds like.
I think it's working.
Is it happening? Is it twisting? Is it mirroring the other horn?
So this is... It's hard to see. This is the one... Where's this camera? This is the other one.
Oh,
I think it's
Ooh.
working.
it might be coming together.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Now,
gotta
now
turn
let's
this
just hope
into
I
a
chose
hat,
the
yo.
right hook to use. Because if I do a different one, it's gonna come out the wrong size.
You gotta make a hat out of this, yo.
I want to, for sure. I actually saw someone they had a pattern for like a Krampus hat. And it was a
Aw,
big
that's
old
so-
shaggy looking, oh, it looked amazing. It had these little twisty horns.
That's what's wrong.
I love what Flutter's drawing right now. It's adorable.
It is.
This is Probo Kitty. Wait, Probo
I like it.
Probo.
I'm not lying. Yours is better than what the actual thing is.
I agree, actually.
Yeah. You need to save that one.
If that's what it really was, I'd be on board.
Yeah, I agree.
It's a robot cat. The angles. That's why there's angles. I don't know.
It comes through. It comes through.
It's good. I like it.
So, did it smell like chicken then, Ghost Pepper?
I can make him a little bit more three-dimensional this way. Somebody's whispering in this song in my head.
Sorry, it's Shout. I can't believe you can actually hear me whispering the song.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah.
Of course it was you.
He just yelled, no, it does not smell like fucking chicken. Oh no! I would have been like, yeah, it smells like the most delectable, you know, delicacy chicken you've ever
That's
smelled.
amazing.
Nope.
This is the same GM who once kicked Ghost's character out of a place where we were staying because he asked too many questions.
I don't know that I got much more for Probo Pass.
All right.
Hold on,
well,
hold
whenever
on.
you're ready, go ahead and look
Hold
up.
on. I'll give him a little like symbol on his shirt.
to find out what the name of the non-evolution is. If you think it would have given too much away.
Right.
It is very well. It's descriptive. We'll just leave it at that.
What the fuck is that?
Right? That's what I said. I was like, how is this a Pokemon?
Oh my god.
Uh,
What is this? Seriously? Like,
Right? What is it an evolution of?
nose pass.
What?
okay, well, it might have got closer, but like, what the fuck? Oh, it changed it back.
So as you can see, a
What
giant
the
nose, maybe a cocaine thing is a good thing for it.
But it looks like it has ducks on the side.
Hold on.
Can we talk about how it looks like it has ducks on the side? Like, it has ducks on
Yeah,
the
it
side.
has
of the
little
side.
ducks on the side of it. It's weird. And it's got like a 70s bush for a stash. It's pretty terrible.
Oh my goodness.
Why do people like these things? I don't understand.
I don't know.
I don't think anyone likes that one.
That's what I was.
Listen, there had to be a reason for the P in front of Robo, so there. Okay, what's next, Wef?
Okay. I'll give you maybe a not ugly one. Well, I guess your mileage may vary. Okay, here's one that sounds nicer. Rose. Wait, how do you say this? So we've got Megan here.
What?
Rose Raid. Or is it Rose
Raid?
Rose Raid?
Okay, spell it.
It's ROSE
Roserod?
RADE.
I would say it Roserod myself.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Rose
I would
Rod.
say Rose Rade.
Hang on, I'll look it up.
I need to know how it's actually said because
It's Rose Raid, apparently.
oh,
Okay. Well, this one is a little bit more descriptive. So there you go.
Yeah, Wolf was right. It's just Rose Raid. So.
Okay, there you go.
all right, Rose Raid.
This is a Pokemon I could get behind.
Okay, all right. I have an idea. Let me see if I can make it actually a thing. All right.
Apparently, I need to have Google Safe Search on when I search for this one.
Oh, really?
This is the problem with Pokemon.
No,
Any-
I see a couple of what you're talking about. Yeah.
Any fucking Pokemon that's like semi-humanoid there's always some
Just said
little
that, but
34
there you
crap.
go.
No, it's okay. I had an idea already, and I'm going with it. So y'all can. I just gotta.
Why don't we go sit down in the shade?
Weirdly, what you just did, Go Sit Down in the Shade, matched really well with the song that was playing on my thing, and it was
Okay.
strange, but I wasn't mad about it. Like a remix of the song, like.
Where's my prairie sun? Where is my
All right, we are gonna do this.
Where have all the cowboys gone?
Oh no, that was perfect almost. Oh no.
Wait, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2.
Oh, I have another good one for you that we'll do afterward. If you still want to do another one.
Okay. I apparently really like the flower petal ones today. We'll see, this one has a petal that goes up this way, That doesn't look at all like a rose, though. A rose would have this wonderful little wilting thing.
Where is my happy ending?
Where have all the cowboys gone?
There she goes. That's all I want, really, is for you to just keep singing when I stop.
Hold on. I gotta think about this.
I love that Joe came in and asked if I was making a bongo. Ran a 63 embroidery company for 5 years and ran a machine and the floor for 5 years prior. Interesting party.
Party, what's up, yo? An embroidery company. That's very interesting. Party. I grew up in the house of a tailor. And prior to her having the tailor shop in our house, she worked in a factory in the local town doing this, not at all close to embroidery, but it was, they stuffed pillows and comforters and stuff like that with down feathers. So she used to come home like covered in down feathers because you couldn't escape it when you were in the factory. I remember going there sometimes. It was wild. There's like when all the movies when you do pillow fights and stuff and the feathers like fly around like that. That's what it was like for real in the factory where they made the pillows that do that. It's pretty crazy. I'm trying to make a hot rose chick, but she's actually a rose, so she's gonna have a little petal that comes across.
I don't know if it's on purpose, but you still have the Provo pass up.
Oh, do I? How did that? Oh, okay.
No.
Thank you.
Are those part of the tree or are those something else?
This is gonna be good. Okay, that's fine. Ooh. Oh, that's what it is. All right, that's why I was doing it like that.
They're part of that tree, maybe?
Nope. I agonize over shapes of things like way too much. There we go. That's it though. Maybe. Nope. I liked it better when it's sideways. She's gonna be a little bit sideways. I have an image in my head and it's just not gonna happen. So we're gonna do the best we can.
That's all anyone can ask of you. So I'm cheating a little bit because I'm doing a part that goes way off away from the rest of the design. And then I'm gonna have to have more strand than that. So I'm doing all of the first half of the stitches to the very end, and then I'll come back and do all of the second half of the stitches so that I end at a place where I can continue. Something I've learned over time to do.
That makes sense.
It's technically not how you're supposed to do it, but you waste a lot of thread otherwise.
Yeah.
Okay, alright. I see where you're going. It's fine. I'm not mad about you. I love you. This is all just very wrong though.
Someone remember 10.
10.
Shit, I lost count. Alright, I got it. Don't have to remember 10 anymore.
Okay.
We look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, oh, and you'll marry Tyler Moore.
I don't care what they say about us anyway.
There she goes.
I don't care about that.
Ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly. Oh, oh, and you'll marry Tyler Moore.
Maybe her eyes just are gonna be like that. Whatever. Okay. Moving on. Okay.
Yeah.
Ghost Pepper, do you know did they announce if we're having a National Day of Mourning? Like, are they doing the traditional thing? Are they like, have they decided what's going on with that yet? We're supposed to have a National Day of Mourning on the day of the Queen's funeral, apparently. There's no word on it yet. Interesting. Someone was saying, or people were saying, they thought it was going to be on a Sunday anyway, but Listen close, I can hear those singers. Oh, oh, oh. Voices in your body coming through on the radio. Oh, oh. Man, I have made more progress on this tonight than I have made in over a year.
Good.
The snake is all around. Oh. I can't believe it's almost 11 o'clock already.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Woofio. Gonna get leave for you. Alright, where's this? Where's this? Okay, it has to turn into like a rave chick at some point, so. Let's see. She probably could use another arm now.
Ooh, it's playing the final countdown. You know Ghost likes that song.
Alright, it's not raid exactly, but rave.
It looks good though.
I don't know. She's something.
It looks really good. I like it.
Yeah.
You did a good job with this one.
I was really trying
Not
to
that
hold
you-
on. Oh wait, she needs.
Not that you didn't
she
do a good job
needs-
with the last one, but
Yeah, but the last one was purposefully like whack. So
yeah, you did pick like the world's weirdest Pokemon
Yeah.
for the last one. Ghost Pepper, what are we planning on doing for Divorce Court tomorrow?
Alright. This is Rose Raid.
That's good.
Her head is a rose, in case it wasn't obvious.
Yeah, no, it's really good. Look
Those
up the,
are
look up
leaves
the
that come out.
actual
Wait,
one.
if I colored her, it would be like this. Hold on, hold on. I will. Just give me a second. I wanna color her. Her face and everything would be this color.
Ooh, this one's getting color.
Yeah, because you can't understand what she is until you see the color with the way that it is. I don't know what's going on with her little like mermaid Queen of the Night skirt thing going, but it's what happened.
Looks fine.
When you're drawing something that has a stem for legs, there's only so many ways you could go with that. Alright, that's basically her. Minus eyes, because they're tripping me out right now. Alright, Rose Raid.
Yeah, look it up and see how
Pretty
you do.
good.
You did good with this one.
Alright. Ooh, like her evolved version and not terrible, maybe.
That's pretty. Yeah.
She's something.
I mean, you're pretty close to how she is.
Let me pull her up here. It's hard to find a picture there. That's a pretty interesting.
And actually, if you look up another after this one, look up a different Pokemon too.
Okay.
I'll spell it for you.
No, go back. Sorry. Listen, I feel like it's not bad.
That's pretty
not.
good.
You did really good. And just think, people make porn of this character,
Yeah.
apparently.
I'm not surprised, honestly. It's fine. All right, what else did you want me to look up?
So there's like a female version. I don't know if it's the same one, but it's basically kind of what you did too. It's called Gardevoir. It's Gardvoir.
Gardevoir?
Oh yeah. So that's you kind of got the two of those also kind of the same.
Oh, I
Wait, spell it
see.
again?
Gardevor. That's still well, not that one.
Oh.
No,
Oh.
that's not TOS.
I wasn't looking close enough.
Missed it, dang. Oh yeah, that looks pretty close to
Oh,
what
well,
she
there's no
drew.
wonder that people.
The more humanoid it is, the worse it gets.
Oh, that
The
was
more
really.
people want to bone it. That's all.
Okay, it's fine. I think
Let
that
her
that's.
like a TOS.
Listen, it's not that bad.
Look, she was
It's
just making sure you were
just-
paying attention, Ghost Pepper.
I-
Listen.
I didn't know there was. Oh my god. Alright. What do you got next, Whoop?
All right, I'm gonna give you something cute this
My
time.
battery's gonna die soon.
That's fine. This could be the last one if you want.
Okay.
What the fuck is this thing?
Yeah, I guess at some point we probably need to sleep.
I want to give you this, but I'm not gonna give you this because this thing is, I don't know what the fuck that is. Okay, this one, it's spelled Fennekin. Fennekin. This is not a weird, crazy one. So.
Okay, so Fennekin. Alright. That makes me think of the Fennec Fox. So
Makes me think of Fenugreek for some reason.
Fennekin.
Yes. Figured I'd give you something not weird for once.
Well, I love Fennecs, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is
Aw, this one's super cute.
this was
What?
Gianna's original form, actually. Except it would have to be
A
more
furry?
animal. Yeah, I had a character named Gianna.
Oh yeah, before she was a whatever she was.
And Arcturan, she was a
That's
Fennec.
it.
Oh, that's cool.
Mhm. The original, the OG, the one that hung out with Asthma.
Yeah.
All right. All right.
Who
So
appears in the Dahmerin series eventually, just FYI.
which I gotta say, I'm excited about. How do you draw? All right.
I don't even know if Wolf knew that before. Maybe he did.
Nope.
Maybe I already told him that one. I can't keep track of which secrets I keep from you and which ones I tell.
I don't know why you keep any secrets from me, but
Well, because you gotta be able to give me good feedback, so you can't know everything that's gonna happen.
Too big, too big, too big. A whole thing too big. Okay.
Had an angel of mercy to see me through all my sins.
It's basically. Alright, this is where we're gonna start it. Okay. There we go.
I'm saying a prayer for the desperate hearts tonight.
Desperate heart.
Got one more shot, permanent vacation. How hard can I fly a broken wing?
I don't know what to do. How do I do this? That's not terrible, I guess. Oh, I'm gonna have to move the whole fucking thing over though. No. Do the thing that I meant for you to do. Finally figure the fucking how to do this out. Apparently this is a side view here. Again.
That is not straight.
This one has a tuft too. Actually, it's kind of facing like way in another direction, I guess. So, how do I make that happen? No, it's not bad. Oh, actually, okay. Brain work. Thank you. It's not bad. I just need to do it else times.
remember. Light at the end of the tunnel? Maybe you. Well, that was a poor decision on my part. Let's try that again.
Oh, that's what it is. Okay. So where the hell are you?
Wanna rock and roll all night and party every day. I don't really, I would die, but
I do.
Yeah.
I volunteer to be rock and rolled all night and every day party. I would love that.
I don't think my body could hold out, but I'd love to try.
I guess that's where it is, though. Alright, that means that this needs to go down like that, and then this makes another hind foot, question mark. There's a weird thing happening here, and I don't know what to do with it. This is how we do it. This is how we fix it. Alright.
I think at some point you need to go back and draw the original Bulbasaur with the massive arms, because Joe was very disappointed.
I just...
I did give you a time limit. I just didn't want you to spend like 4 hours on one drawing.
No, but I knew that it was the wrong thing. I knew that it was the wrong thing. I just couldn't place it. Apparently, Fennekin doesn't have any front arms. I don't know what to do.
Look, it's in a breadloaf position. It's
Maybe
fine.
if I just do this and make it kind of a biggie dog.
Give it massive arms, gun arms like Bulbasaur.
I think Crescent likes to loaf on Domerin.
Yup.
There we go. Fennekin is a puppy that likes to beg.
Funny story. I didn't ask if I could say this, but Wolf will just have to yell at me to stop if I'm not supposed to. But we were talking the other day, me and Wolf, and he was saying that he took his cat to the vet. And then he started imagining Domerin having to take Crescent to the vet, I guess. I mean, he would just go to
I don't know.
doctor
I
in
was
this
making
world.
a joke. It's
But he
fine.
was like in a giant in a pet carrier, and so I'm imagining like a man-sized cage because Crescent is literally like 5'5".
This is Fennekin.
All right, we'll look him up.
You nailed that one, I think.
Yeah. It also looks a lot like a Jolteon as well.
Oh, it's not bad.
Yeah,
You
I
did
picked.
Yeah.
I wanted to pick a cute one to stop on.
Seriously, Zero. My goodness. Was that Zero?
No, that was Pi.
I'm not. It was Pi.
That was
Son
Pi.
of a bitch! I knew that as soon as I said the name, I was like, it's wrong because I'm on a different screen. Zero's
Zero
usually the
said-
person that does that.
Zero said he was going to bed though.
Oh, I missed that. Sorry, Pi. Hi, how are you?
Hey Pi, how you doing?
Welcome, Pi. So sorry about that. I was looking on another screen and could not see my chat and the things. I got a mic. I'm trying to pull this thing up so that you can see my version and their version, whatever that is. But it's hard to
Gives me
find.
Kristen vibes too, actually.
It's hard to find like a picture of it that's like a that's why I got that other picture. See, it's really hard to find of Pokemon, like a genuine picture of a Pokemon on the internet. So open image. There we go. That should do it. There we go. I have officially mastered the
cute.
craft.
There you go, you did it. I told you nailed that one.
No.
Oh my gosh.
Bad.
Oh, really?
You should look up the well, I'm really wondering about the TOS. Here, I'll send this to you.
I don't have to show it on
Maybe-
screen on stream.
No, this is the safe version, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Let's see if this link actually works. Okay, I'm gonna send you this, and you can do this one.
Okay.
Do you
Yeah,
wanna
there
send
was.
Discord. Where do you want me to send
Yeah,
it?
Discord's fine.
Wait, are you sending her porn?
No.
Just, maybe thought I might want to see it.
I mean, I'm
I'm
gonna
sending
show it
her-
if I
okay.
can, but
There. This
Send it
no.
to me
It's this, no.
too.
This is the completely evolved version.
You mean
This
no?
final. This is the final evolution of this Pokemon.
Where
I thought
can
you'd get
that's
it.
way
see
bigger.
I
than
thought you'd
the thing that
enjoy
have
it.
on
No,
my
I
thing.
thought figured she'd post it on the.
I will. I'll put it up. Hold on. It's just way bigger. Hold on. Than
You're
the
not
one up
allowed
here.
to see it.
I feel like this would be a Rule 34 Pokemon for sure.
There you go.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
That is very Gianna to me, in all honesty. If it
Mhm.
was blue and purple,
It is. It is pretty Gianna to me. I agree. I think that's pretty close, right? Look though, they're looking at each other.
hmm
I can rule 34 that right now. I've never heard of that before today, so that's fun.
Oh. Yup.
That's new.
Oddish is also very cute as well.
How much did you get done, Meg?
well, quite a bit actually. It doesn't look like a lot, but so pretty much all of this here.
Nice.
And we did a bit of this. We added to this here as well. These bits. So
That's
it
really
doesn't
good.
look like much, but it's getting there.
Yeah. And Woof, you have a horn that seems to be going the right direction.
Okay, this
Is it
is
going
as
the right
far as I
direction?
got because I had to. Yes, I think it is. I actually stuffed it a little bit to give it a little bit of a. It's really hard to show on stream, but it's bending. that way, and this one bends.
It bent the wrong way.
This one bends the other way.
Nice.
I think it's working, and
Do you think you guessed the right size of hook?
I think so. And then I added a little bit to this. I did a swatch of that.
Wolf is so talented, you guys.
I mean-
I'm following a pattern, so
Yeah,
I don't know how talented I am.
Was also following a pattern. I did not.
You were
yeah.
creating things out of your brain. I think
Oh,
you get
hi.
extra credit for that.
Okay, if you like Pokemon, I should show you the rest of the ones that I did. Wolf threw random Pokemon names at me today because I
Yes.
don't know Pokemon.
To see
And
if-
these were my.
yeah.
This is my interpretation of Pokemon without ever having seen them. So this was my interpretation of Fennekin. The next one is. Hold on. This was Rose Raid.
Which that one I thought you did really good on.
You did do really good on that one.
Right.
I mean, you were never gonna get Probopass. That was so bizarre.
Yeah, I picked that
speaking
one on
of
purpose
Which, this
because
is
it's
what I
just so
did for
weird.
Probopass. 'Cause
Yours is better.
I figured,
agree
like I said,
wholeheartedly.
Robo with a P in front means the P means something. And then the little arrow is just for the pass, because who the fuck knows what that means. And then the other one was,
Stand
oh,
for
this was
proboscis.
Bulbasaurus. Okay, listen, I haven't seen a picture, Pi, of Bulbasaurus since like 2003. Okay.
Oh my god, the Probo in Probopass is literally proboscis. It means nose,
Yeah.
the nose of a mammal.
Oh,
Yeah.
It has nothing
wow.
to do with a robot.
Whatever, I made a robot.
I think yours was better.
And then this is my Bulbasaurus. I was trying to make a Bulbasaurus with arms like that. See, that looks like him from the front, doesn't it? More. Right?
Yeah.
When they make
That
pictures of
one does,
Bulbasaur
yeah.
from the
You
front.
definitely had the idea for
You
it.
abandoned that one though and gave him
Because
the
Right, because I knew that I was wrong, but this is better. This is a closer to Bulbasaur, actually. But I did abandon it because Wolf made me timer, and I ended up with this guy.
It's fine.
Which is
Joe
like a
wants you
weird
to
love
give
child between
super
Squirtle
ripped
and
arms.
Bulbasaurus.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need to. Yeah.
Joe wants
Poor
that one to have
Joe.
super ripped arms.
I can do it. I will do it for Joe, but it's gonna have to be a different iteration. I'm gonna have to like stand him up like a Ninja Turtle. He's gonna have to be like.
I mean, have you seen Venusaur? Like, that's probably what you were thinking of when you thought massive arms.
No.
He does have pretty massive arms, actually.
Venusaur?
That's
Yeah,
like
that's-
the ultimate evolution of
Yeah.
Bulbasaur.
Oh, Venusaurus is what you mean. Then.
Yeah, Venusaurus. God.
Oh yeah, look, he's got massive arms. I wasn't wrong. He just had a tree instead of a bulb. Yo. I had some iteration of him. Anyway.
You were fine. We just thought it was funny that you basically mixed him with Squirtle.
I'm here to jump back into chat and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Hey, welcome back, Wild Jackalope. We were just reviewing all of the things that I did tonight with my guessing what a Pokemon looks like game. So, yeah. How was your evening? I really feel like this is the one, though. I like this one better, too. It's just better. It was getting better. Woof. Next Pokemon to draw. Trubbish? Trubbish?
Oh my gosh, that's one of the Oh my god, you should draw that one. You don't have to do it now.
Okay. I
But you
won't
need
look at
to.
it before I do.
Trubbish?
Are we doing this again next week?
This is one of those things.
I would assume, yeah.
Why not? I would love
And
it.
I
Oh
think
my
it might be the same
God.
generation, so it's just one of those what the fuck Pokemons.
They were definitely high when they made that.
Listen, I've been high all night. I feel like it's been going pretty well, so.
You know, this is the bad kind of high.
This is my
yeah,
call
we
to
can-
the Pokemon people that if this is a job that is available and you can throw random words in front of me, I will create characters for you. They will be more fleshed out than this and prettier, probably. Or they'll be like your nose guy. And that's fine too.
To answer your question, yeah, I'd be up for doing this again next week, for sure.
Awesome.
I'm gonna order those ones. I'm gonna order those cross stitches we talked about beforehand. I don't know if any of them will get here by next week, but I will eventually do those on stream.
Awesome.
New
they
craft
come with the
Pokemon
yarn?
reveal is gold
They
design.
do. They come with the yarn, and yours will come stamped with the design on it as well.
Hi, I need to make a hug command now. Thank you so much.
Aw, that's amazing.
Aw.
So
You're the
sweet.
best.
Just a solid crab boy. All right. I like a solid crab boy. You guys are all so amazing. Oh, I guess we're gonna wrap it up now, though. It's pretty late for Woof, who has stuck it out with us. It is Friday night, I guess, so.
Yeah, it's Friday night. I can sleep in.
It was so much fun
Gotta
hanging
try
out with you
to
guys.
finish this strand.
She's gonna finish the strand.
God.
Oh,
I
that's
won't
not
stop
far.
mid-strand for a year,
Right?
like I did
Again,
last time.
right? Next week you won't be cursing yourself.
Next time you'll have
friends,
crafts,
your
probably.
whiskey is finished and you're going
Yeah,
to
maybe
bed.
you'll have
Good night,
you'll
Ghost
have crafts
Pepper.
to do next week,
Good
Flutter.
Right, maybe if I get actual shit done around here, there will be actual crafts to do. But we shall see because my broken toe tells me to not get a ton of shit done.
You
right
can
now.
sit on your butt and unpack boxes, you know.
Yeah, but it's not exactly because I still gotta carry the shit everywhere and put it all away, and there's yeah, it's It's not exactly that
Yeah,
simple.
while I was pinching a nerve in my foot, Flutter was breaking hers.
Yeah. I
Oh my gosh.
have had an X-ray. It is officially a broken toe. It's the first broken bone I've ever had in my body.
Could be worse.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, for sure. And I'm 38, so like, that's pretty good. I feel like.
I'd argue that.
I really rammed it against that bench. It was kind of sucky. Not gonna lie. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Do we have anybody out there that we can raid? Is that a thing? It's pretty late, so I don't know.
I mean, there might be people. I'll check my list in a minute.
I see Fleshy Ash playing Genshin Impact, but I don't see anybody else online. Or I guess I do, maybe. I don't know. I don't have a lot of people on my list, so you guys have more people than I
Steve Fantasy is on, although I don't know how late he will go. Dragnelian, Toddy Bear Contraire, Wolfkeeper is a writer writing Plushy Ash. Those are who I have.
do. Alright. Where is our writer?
Wolfkeeper 989. Let me get the.
I'm so old in comparison. Pie. Oh no. Listen. Most of my friends are.
Oh,
At
Wolfkeeper's
least a
actually
decade older than
rating,
me.
but they're rating another
Oh.
writer called The Closet Forge. It's fine. I'm aware of them too. Let me wait for the raid to go.
Okay. I figure we keep it with the artists and authors
Yeah,
and
for
things
sure.
tonight. Oh goodness. It's been a lovely evening hanging out with you guys though.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually gonna stop mid-strand again. I lied. I have to make I have to make a decision, and I don't want to make a decision. I'll make it next week.
All right. I don't know. I have a number of things I could try to do next week. I'm thinking about trying to paint some things for these panels in the big monstrosity that is white that is behind me.
You should. That'd be really cool.
Because I need color. This room is so white. Like, it's crazy. I can't.
Yeah, because you usually
So-
can't paint in apartments
Right.
unless you paint back when you leave.
Right. So I'm
Here we go. The Closet Forge.
the Closet Forge. All right, guys. Let's do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna raid the Closet Forge. Let's go to the chatting stream for just a second and say goodbye to our lovely chat, because you guys are all amazing people. We love you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was lovely having everybody kind of peek in and out with comments and questions and things along the way. Thank you so much for coming by, Pi. I really appreciate it. Shagraz and Victoria was here early. And
Final.
Joe.
Joe, yeah.
Ghost peppers.
Of course, the ghost pepper. You guys, thank you so much for coming along. I hope that you all have a lovely evening, and we will see you again next week with another crafting stream. Bye, guys.